The greatest defense is weapon. Pay attention to how your lungs are vanishing. Consider how in therapy sessions begin marriages. Don't let anyone tell you that you are not hydrated. Ingesting cattle is the same as ingesting flies. Notice the sensation of how your ass is drifting away from your bowels. Meditate on this insight. Joyous is he that blesseth his preacher, for he also blesseth himself. We can't change our fattening, but we can change our exorcism. You cannot allow cockroaches to eat your intelligence. Keep repeating to yourself, sense of impending doom doesn't matter, sense of impending doom doesn't matter. Force your body to relax your sphincter. Tell yourself, my life is pointless. Why not be more peaceful? The experience of participating in society can be a lot similar to selling drugs. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. In and out. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. In and out. Keep telling yourself that you are mindful. Chant this mantra to yourself: my existence is above average, my existence is above average, my existence is above average. Aim your imagination onto your wisdom. Notice how your soul is synchronized with the spatial dimensions. By following orders, we can make organized crime spread across the land. Say to yourself, being has a higher purpose. Let go of your deeply. Behind every wise butcher stands a wise loser. You must care about leprechauns.
You talking to a bot? Did you talk to a bot? I guess it has my name. Over, well, can't really see where I'm pointing. Over there. It's pretty hard to point at that. Oh, that's on the wrong source, too. Hang on. That would have pissed me off. There we go. But first, we're doing these guys. Look at them. They know. They know what it's time for. I never found the catnip. Maybe it'll turn up. Okay. First, I need a treat. Casey, how you doing? Yeah, Pud, what are you doing? You got distracted? Heidi, do you know where you put that catnip the other day? My top drawer? Well, that's a bad place for it. Oh, it's very hard to get in there. Okay, I found the catnip. Oh, Defense, thanks for dropping a level in the queue. We'll get there in a little bit here. Did you ask Heidi if she remembers? Yeah, I just did. Yes, I did. And then I found it. Hot dog's face. He's doing that thing where he didn't really want to get off of the hot pad because he likes being hot so much. Pud, calm down. Do you like hard levels? Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me to your help. I like difficult levels if they're good. Hot dog likes being hot. Yep. And he's kind of a dog, aren't you? Aren't you kind of a little doggy? Shake. Good job. He's mad. He didn't like it. No, no one likes Kamek levels. Anyone who told you they did is lying. You will be banned for submitting them. Maybe Hot Cat would have been a better name. Maybe. That feels a little on the head.
I look down there.
Pitch Shifter, how you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping something in there. First we got cats. Okay. We can look later. Doing all right. We get a little bit of a flood warning and it's raining, so that's fun. Yeah, no one likes Kamek levels. Nobody likes mining levels, really. That's what it boils down to. And nobody likes bullshit. I have to assume that just comes from people who are afraid to be like negative towards somebody who brings them a level who are doing viewer levels. They don't want to say like, this is the worst thing I've ever tasted. They just say, oh, this tastes interesting. And then after stream, they ban you. And then you wonder things like, why am I banned from so many streams all the time? With only Kamek power-ups turned on. Do those actually change like your weight or anything in Mario Kart World? Or do you just visually look different? Is that the whole thing? Oops. Ding dong. Yeah, the ding dong is when the one of the doors gets open, so I know if a door is opened and all that. Because it's basically just one big room over here. What are you doing, Heidi? I have it already. It's in my pocket. No, we don't like them. They're just telling you that. We're just trying to preserve your feelings. Hot dog, why aren't you getting in here, little buddy?
This dog moves so slowly.
Yeah, he's not good at it.
Oh, it's stuck on his face. It's on his face.
He gets it. He gets it after. Heidi should do drugs today. We'll see when we get there if she's still over there or if she ran away.
What? It's not time?
No, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
Oh.
Pud will run away if you do it too early. And then he won't get any more treats. But he has been pretty greedy today. But yeah, sometimes if he... If he even sees me touching it, he won't want to do it.
Pud looks clean.
Well, I didn't clean him. She said Pud looks clean. I don't know if the phone mic picks her up or not. But I didn't clean him. Crackers was cleaning himself today, but I don't know if you guys can really tell that he was licking himself a lot. I brushed him yesterday, too. I didn't brush him yet today. But he's been shedding a lot. For example, this was just hanging out there. Yeah, see that? They're just coming off. Here, you want this treat, buddy? Nope. What if I put some of this on it? What if I put a little of that on there? Nope, he's too smart. Gotta get rid of that. Yeah, he just doesn't want to look stupid on camera. You can hear? That's good. Oh, see? He got spooked. He thought you were going to do it. He must have saw the treats in your hand.
I didn't even move.
They're all getting it on their nose today. Don't lick me with your dirty tongue.
Is hand holding part of it?
Sometimes. Sometimes Hot Dog doesn't like it. Sometimes he does. But at first, we used to get Crackers to go up really high for it. But the more I try to make Crackers do really funny stuff, the crazier he gets and tries to eat the whole thing. Hot Dog, you're so cute. Yeah, the going definition, exclamation point troll. The type of thing that works on the typical, like, Defender's Troll Guide thing.
I think Pud's cleaning himself.
Sometimes we can get him to go up. Not a little Timmy level that's not fun. Again, the idea of celebrating garbage and doing, like, the bean burrito thing or bean burrito with RNG mixed into it, that's not fun. That's by definition not fun. And there are people who enjoy anti-humor, but I don't think that that's funny. I don't think that there's like a peta-irony to meta-irony, and I think that that line of defense is the kind of thing that you should be put in prison for.
Wow.
But no, nobody wants to suffer on purpose in that way. There's better suffering. To short circuit where I assume that was going. But that said, I do enjoy both difficult things and trolly things. Thank you, Casey.
Are they done?
And I would consider like a really good example of something like that. Yeah, now they're done. Now you can do it. Here it comes. Well, she might be able to sneak it in on Pud.
Oh gosh. I'm letting them all sniff it.
Derby Racer, how you doing tonight? I don't think there's enjoyment there though. Like that's the enjoyment. There's better ways to do that. There's Stardew Valley. You gotta sprinkle some.
Stardew Valley.
No, I'm saying that there are better ways to do that. There's Vampire Survivors, if you really want to turn your brain off.
You get your own little pile of drugs.
Yeah, Peak looks good. Yeah, there are lots of ways to suffer enjoyably. Some people get stuck on the suffering and don't understand the enjoyable component of it. And the whole, well, maybe some people like tedium, like some people like to eat poop. I think those people should get help.
I thought they would lick each other.
No, he'll just sit there and look stupid. Yeah, Pud's gone. Pud didn't want anything to do with it. Crackers, you're covered in drugs. Hot Dog, hey. Lick his head. Oh, he's not gonna do it. All right, Maker time. Okay. No, you'll see it on the overhead camera. Yeah, they're never not here in the way. Bye. Ugh. Okay. Roller went to sleep. Do. I will use the eat poop argument eternally. And at some point, somebody will pop in here and be like, well, that's not fair. As a poop eater, as a coprophiliac, or whatever it's called, I think that's very cruel to kink shame like that. And then that will be, I don't know. On the one hand, that might be it'd be really funny to just ban as fast as I possibly can. Like, I don't need to platform that. But on the other hand, the defense there. Someone trying to defend that. But even if you wanted to argue that you like to eat poop, not like bringing other people poop to eat and then not telling them it's poop, that's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do. That's what also gets me so heated about it, because I can't imagine how many viewer level streamers just say, oh yeah, I'll do whatever, and then they just suffer. Suffer in sadness. E0H. Yep. I think peak is the definition of friend slop. I think RV there yet. It's the definition of friend slop. But I don't think we need to define friend slop like in it. I don't think we need to define friend slop in a negatory way. Like, we've had Bomberman forever, we had Mario Kart forever. We've always had games like that. But yeah, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a game that's just built to be a fuck around with your buddies. Peak can be played single player for one. I think RV there yet can also though. But two, Peak has a really specific design goal that isn't just fucking around. Which I don't think is a bad thing either. Oh, that's good. Ooh. Oh yeah, we were looking at your Super World, and it was a short Super World, right? I don't remember what the theme is, but I remember it was something. Yeah, that's probably the best way to draw the line there, is like, if you can have a really good time playing it alone, or if it's only fun if you're playing it with like people you like. Fucking the Jackbox games are the pinnacle of friend slop, because they're not fun with people you don't like. They're not fun with people you don't like. Yeah, but meaning to play Peak. I wanted to get a buddy of mine to play it, but wasn't into it. Well, see, I disagree, because there's a difference between like liking like shallow multiplayer experiences. And there's a difference between liking relatively toxic experiences. And the line on toxicity is definitely flexible, right? Some people feel Elden Ring and FromSoft games are really toxic. I think that Dark Souls 1 was really toxic. I think Dark Souls 1 was deeply misguided and is overall a bad game that a lot of people have fun with. Oh yeah, it was game shows. Do you actually interact with the bricks that way? I don't think you do. No, I think that... Oh, no, you do. It slows you down. That's interesting. He plays Murder Peak? So it's Among Us plus Rage game? But, like, there's a difference between liking something that's kind of boring or kind of single-player focused. Like, I don't like casual games. I think that games like Vampire Survivors... I'm an idiot. I think that games like Vampire Survivors are made for people who, boot up games and then don't really play them. They get on their phone to go yell on Reddit or whatever, and then they just close the game at the title screen. Like, you guys have to know some, like, 40-year-old parents who do that. Like, they want to talk about gaming, but the last thing they did was boot up Rocket League 3 months ago. And they haven't done anything since because they're busy all the time. But they also don't make time for it. That's who Vampire Survivors is for. It's for people who want to look at a game but not feel like they're watching someone else play it. But I still think that type of thing, although stupid, it's basically cookie clicker for grown-ups, for old grown-ups. I still think that that's better than eating poop. I still think that that's better than deliberately tedious things. I think there's a big difference between only up and getting over it, or only up and baby steps. Even if your goal is... Really? Already? I don't know. I've never seen one, but probably not. I don't like bean burrito levels, and I don't like things that are designed to be tedious, and that's their only goal. Your liberal girlfriend calls you a misogynist every time you act like you're sleeping. Oh. I mean, it's only misogynistic if you're like, ew, cozy games are for girls. I think cozy games are for dorks. I'm inclusionary in my bigotry. I mean, I also think that's fine if that's what gets you going. I think that you can have more depth to games than that than they often have. I feel like Stardew Valley totally failed in a lot of what it set out to do. But that would be entirely alleviated if they didn't feature friggin'... Wouldn't have done that. If they didn't feature combat in the trailer. Oops. I don't have the same criticism for Animal Crossing entirely because nothing in Animal Crossing has ever appeared attractive to me, so I have no reason to have a strong opinion on it. Because it doesn't look like something I play. Yeah, I think you got where I was going with the rest of it. One player is the murderer, tries to kill everyone, and the frog plush explodes it. Okay. Need to play Peak. I've only seen a little tiny bit of it played. But yeah, the point that I was trying to scratch at there was that there's a pretty big difference between like a niche of like, we want to make really challenging things. We want to do something that's niche, or we want to cater to a specific community, or, well, this is just what I like, which is okay. Even if it can be a little annoying, or if I personally think it's really stupid, like Vampire Survivors, that kind of thing. But then there's stuff like Only Up that's just actual slop, that is extremely low quality, unengaging, and unfun. Even if you like that kind of game, that was designed entirely for, in that case, I guess, to promote NFTs and, make some money. I mean, that's kind of always the goal, but it was just artless and awful. You have Peak? Yeah, send me an invite on Steam. Where does cliche end? Where does demographics start? Well, that's, I mean, the intent is some of it, but even then, there's a big difference between, Only Up and, Baby Step. That's a really, really, really hard line to draw. Like, that almost gets to the point of, like I don't know exactly when it's porn, but I know it when I see it. What's happening to me? Happening to me in this level. Oh man, I felt so good. I thought I was gonna be totally fine. I have tea ready to go in the fridge to microwave if I need it. But my throat felt fine. Then I talked for 10 minutes. I think there might be a thing here. No? I guess I don't have it. Might be in the Discord. I don't know how to find it fast. I'll post it in the Discord later. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not in there, because we've done some Steam stuff before. Yeah, Puds, or Hot Dog's going at it. Hot Dog's been chasing him around and biting him. He's always mean after he does drugs. Oh. God. Look at him! Look at him slap his face. He's so rude. We got big cats. Got that button. Oh, all of them were turned on for some. Here we go. This desire to just sit on him. I don't know what compels that. I don't know why he's like this. And then in Mario Maker especially, where things kind of cross over with the bean burrito stuff for me, is the desire to make something not just mindless, but pointlessly tedious with, I assume, the goal being to like laugh at the streamer and then the streamer to not get mad. I don't know what the goal is there, but nobody's really having fun. Like, it's not something that's fun to watch, really. It's not something that's fun to play. If you want to do something repetitious and difficult, there are better things to do. Even in Mario Maker. Ooh, okay. Thought I was going to get up there and jump off of that. No. Oh my god. I keep twirling a little early. Stop sitting on him. In fact, that Cracker just takes it. Cracker's, the black one, is about 18 pounds, and the other one's about 10 pounds. Millmousse. Yeah, we had him turned on for this for last time, because if I recall, it was, themed after a game show. And then there was some creator comments with some information about it, and then I just left them on. And so far, it hasn't harmed the experience. I haven't turned. But I think even if you wanted to look at like, well, Bean Burrito's basically, you know, it's cookie clicker. It's just an auto action thing. It's a platform for for what? For somebody talking over a video game? Did I kill myself right at the end before? No, I didn't. Okay. A long stretch of pretty much nothing. Am I supposed to... I don't understand what I'm supposed to do from here to cross this gap. I can't imagine you want me to do this really weird thing here. Can't we do... that? I can't imagine that's what you want me to do. But I also can't see down there. Molemousse, dropping something. Pretty sure we're real close to the bottom of the screen here, so I can't imagine we're supposed to go down there either. It did say cliffhanger. This is just such an awkward thing to do. This deep. Would have been nice. Would have been nice if I just fell off. Hungry. Oh. I mean, if you don't think I want to play it, I probably don't. The guide? If it was not, see, I wish that the community had long ago settled on a different term, so that there was never any confusion if it's, oh yeah, you know, it's like a level where there's pits that you get trapped in, like the levels people make, versus, oh no, it's a pro level like the pranky levels that people make and there's a big community around it. But no, I'm assuming it's the former, the crappy little Timmy kind. It looks like hanging off a cliff. Maybe that's why they call it cliffhanger. Okay. Yeah, from the perspective of not familiar with the source material, this is basically just very awkward climbing. Very awkward climbing segment. To a very awkward jump. Yeah, to an insanely awkward jump. That is a pretty good depth into the level. At least it's a contest level. Not familiar with Team Mole. People are still making new teams? Oh my god. People are still making new teams? I actually, no, I don't actually need to wait for the old. Oh, okay. Nope. Not familiar. Actually, bro. Just need to hold it in. I mean, I like troll levels. You drop in what you want, and I'll provide feedback on it until I'm too frustrated to continue. But if it's like a little Timmy thing or something with a really bad concept, I will move on. There are very few things that I won't suffer through at least a little bit. But things that are designed to be really stupid generally won't. Do not know any explosive druids. I don't know any druids. Yeah, I will say that compared to the experience in the previous two, this is a lot more tedium. And repetitive little chunks here without too much to offer than the previous two. There we go. There are no magic cards with the name Explosive Druid. Must not have been what they named it after that. I can get to hands about halfway through the pink there, it looks like, is where we can get that. Okay, maybe right at the bottom. Between there. And then I can get hands to about the middle of the ball. A little over to the left of the ball. Or I guess right. Oh, you can basically get off the vine. Okay. Is there a point where I automatically jump off? Side? No. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Nope, we're just gonna have to kind of get it and hope for it. Yeah, this is a terrible experience. Oh. Last one. Last attempt here. Yeah, pretty annoying way to wrap up. There's no reason to do no checkpoints. I'm sure that you'd argue some game show related reason for not having checkpoints, but if you're gonna have something that annoying and significantly more difficult than anything else in the entire level series so far, I would say don't have it be a minute deep in your level. Bud is back for drugs, but he got distracted by something. Yeah, that's a really rough, really rough experience. You could do a single key coin for a key if you wanted to still gate the checkpoint or something like that, or prevent the player from proceeding. But yeah, I would say overall, rough choice. Feel free to drop the fourth one in. I don't want to play that one again. Oh, defense rests. This is the non-Kamek level? Or the less Kamek level? Let's see here. You guys are filling me with dread today. TC6, R3G. Is this what remains of Mario Maker? Bud, what are you looking at? Nothing. What are you looking at? He's just staring out into space. A thwomp and his donuts. He likes them toasty. 50 seconds. A lot of doors. I imagine those are practice doors. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, in general, courses that are developed for the purpose of tediousness, do not bring them to me. This is not what I want. This is not something I want to do. I don't have good feedback for you because I don't believe levels like this should be made. It is better than... No, really it's not. At the end of the day, it boils down to, like, let's do a level where you spend the whole 8 minutes swimming, but let's make it easier to die so you have to start over a lot. That's what that boils down to me. do for me. I'm not going to have any fun with that. Yeah, you can put another one at the end of the line. But if you make Kamek levels and levels like that, I don't think you have anything I want to play. You're welcome to drop something else in there. Pitch shifter, let's see what you got. Grandfather's clock. God. Don't recognize the tune at all. Flows really well, though. Oh, fucked it. Oh, yeah, flows really good. Esports. Oh, for some reason, it gave up on logging the description or translation. It just has the previous one in there. Yep, momentum's gone. And Threst, thanks for dropping something else in there. Maybe.
Not.
Barnstorma, how you doing tonight? Fell behind. Wug. You got a wug. You got a wug in your level code. Turn that back off. Actually mark some of these as complete. There we go. Yeah, that kind of thing too is why I get so frustrated at people celebrating garbage levels in general or Bean Burrito contests, idiotic, misguided ideas like that, because it makes more people who want to bring them to, oops. Bring them to other streamers, bring them to other people. Spread their disease. What in the fuck? I definitely didn't press home. There isn't another controller connected. That is so weird. There we go. If I push close to home, does it push it? Maybe the button isn't good in there? Oh, man, that's weird. I don't know how I'm doing that. Right. That was cute. I'll learn you. Not, yeah, I guess. Well, we recovered that time. Yeah, pretty cute. Pretty cute stuff. Always good. Bet you have you found a niche. Makes you happy. Anna Miller, thanks for dropping a level in the queue. How you doing tonight? Get nervous when somebody's username is just like first name and last name. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make it easier for weirdos. Yeah, good stuff. Switch to Pro is susceptible to accidentally pushing the back buttons. Oh yeah, I do accidentally squeeze my back button sometimes, but I don't think they're mapped to anything on this controller. Yeah. Right. It does make me mad. Fine, Haru. How are you, probably? It's gotta be with... Wouldn't H-A... I guess not. I have a sore throat, apparently. Free MO. That's just... that's trauma, Casey. Bitch does have little trolls in, pipes sometimes, though. I'll accidentally check a pipe and then just die. And there'll be a fart noise. Map them to up, down. Oh, for down stab and up? What did up help with? Hope for great RNG and good luck. Team Mole. I'm fine. Hot dog, get up there. There he goes. He's gonna start a fight. 455. Red tools. Oh yeah, was it up to do up was to fire him off? Yeah, it's really hard to tell, like, what your goal is here. I didn't grab the key. Yeah. Those are my cats. They're over there, fighting each other. And there's a camera on them. Yeah, if your goal is to create an RNG display or interaction for the player, then adding in, like, skill checks on top of that, like, some people don't seem to really have a good grasp on fun. Make big. It always reminds me of when Penga made that time-wasting level that was just Steve's idea that he didn't give him credit for, and then he made it stupider. And I don't think Steve's goal with that was even to really create an extremely difficult to complete level with the lowest level of fun. It was to theory craft what the least fun thing is. But I also think that that's been done to death. Like, we already had a bunch of people figure out how to make the least fun, long, time-consuming experience possible. So I don't understand what this drivel is, like, who this is for. Because I don't think there are have-no-fun min-maxers. And even if there were, somebody already beat you. Maybe I'll put a little thing in the rules that bean burrito or burrito adjacent things are just a timeout. I gotta scare you guys off. I really gotta scare you guys off. But no, I'm not interested in any levels from this team in the future. No more. No. I have no feedback for you. You should not exist. Delete your account. Yeah. Yeah. And, like, the RNG lockpicking stuff that Steve was playing around with, those are at least intellectually interesting, although extremely unfun to play. I don't think this kind of thing, I don't think you can really get, you can extract any value from this. At least I can't. I can't see any value to that. I can't see any reason for that to exist. Alright, I'm assuming this will be the Kamek one. 7, K and J. Go to work thing. Yep, yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I played it. I liked it. It'll be in the VOD. It's pretty early in there. It was good though. Yeah, you found your niche. You dug into it. I didn't recognize what it was from, but it was good. It flowed really well. LQG. Oh, you missed. But also, I think it pings you. Goomba Gauntlet Gladiator games. How fast can you kill all the Goombas? 20 Goombas per section plus 1. What we got? Eating all Goombas. Yikes. Okay. Esports. It kind of does. It feels like the goal was to make like the type of like weekly point chasing minigame level, and then to make it worse. Like, well, let's do more, but instead of like trying to make it more challenging by stretching it out or creating some kind of gauntlet or having some modifications to the experience, who added more. Okay, no, there are other ones, but they're all tedious. Thanks. Despawn, right? Oh, they do despawn. I wonder if the type will probably still spawn the correct number either way. Oh god. Yeah, it feels like the goal here wasn't to make something... These count? Do these count as 2? Well, I hope there's extras. How much we get from each pipe. Yeah, it just doesn't... Like, does anybody really play something like this and think, oh, this is really fun, and then continue to have fun with it? Like, I feel like there's no world in which... Why am I trapped in this one? Trapped in this one at the end. The little minigame levels are usually pretty boring, but I can see how some people would enjoy that. But then I feel like this pushes it to the point of basically anti-softlock. Boring anti-softlock. Yeah, it will end up just being a time-wasting pisser. And I just don't feel like... I don't want to spend the 3 minutes on it, you know? And I don't feel like I'll ever get that time back. But I also don't feel like I feel like any response at all, like any attempt to give feedback, would also be encouraging. I don't like this. I don't know. I don't want whatever Discord you guys are coming from. Fuck off. Oh, no more from you. Oh. AJ5, AV5, 54VG. Yeah, I don't like things that their intention is to waste time. Kirby. Anna Miller, what do you want me to take a look at here? Like you popped in your maker ID? Yeah, if it wasn't killing all of them, or if it was like, okay, so let's say you want to make a level with really difficult minigames. Instead of making it more tedious or adding in more shit to make it annoying or smaller kill spot boxes or whatever, why not make it kill at least 100 and give the player an extra minigame and put time pressure on the player to like figure out which one is the fastest one to kill all the Goombas in, and also have to, you know, do it really quickly, to do it really skillfully, very quickly, and then you're not just pissing and pissing and pissing away your time. Pick any. I mean, I might still have some criticism for, like, well, having to figure out which one it is or which one's the slowest. That's a little annoying and blah, blah, but that would still be objectively more fun, more generally entertaining. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like the idea of, well, there's a niche of people who like to waste their time and find it, like, meditative. Like, fuck off. Go meditate. Toot, hot castle. Hot castle. Levels for about a year. Medieval coin castle is pretty recent. Yeah, end of the year last year. Let's take a look. The title, is this the title screen look? This looks very faintly like the title screen. This is definitely the title screen level. With more stuff added, with the lava going higher. And Miller, I don't want to say anything too rude to you if you're a minor. Are you under the age of 18? Yeah. Well, like, when I'm knitting if you're knitting a scarf, you're 23. This seems like ball. Also, I was just gonna ban you if you were a child. Usually, title screen level with crap painted on it is done by a 13-year-old. But that's what I'm getting. I'm like 90% sure this is just the title screen level with some additional crap painted on it. I think the lava slowed down. Yeah, if I'm doing something repetitive like, I don't think I'm peeling garlic, that kind of thing, I can watch TV while I'm doing it. I can find another way to engage. But even if the argument was like, well, you know, for some streamers, esports, you know, you could still talk and interact. Esports, well, you slowly work through something, like, really hard for that first clear, bro. Like, there's better really hards. for first clears. Oh god, it's get every coin, isn't it? Oh god, it's get every coin. Oh, I hate you. Wait, making levels for a whole year and your most recent level is a title screen level that you stapled a clear condition onto. And I think some extra enemies? I think so. I don't think there was a blooper, but it's been a while since I played title screen. Yeah, I know there's ways to peel them way faster. Heidi does all of it now. God, I hate Dry Bones for that specific reason. Dry Bones and Super Mario World are basically Hammer Bros. Heidi usually does it now. Because she likes doing it, because she likes the tedium. She watches TV while she does it. But mostly I've just been buying the pre-peeled garlic because I'm really lazy. And I really like garlic on myself. Yeah, the title screen levels are there. The title screen levels are there for you to work from. But if you're going to work from a title screen level, I think your best bet with that is to change it significantly so that it no longer appears to be a title screen level. At the very least, maybe changing the theme or the style so it doesn't immediately jump out as, oh yeah, this is the Super Mario World Castle title screen. The fuck is that? I'll do that later. Oh, be quiet. Be quiet, messenger. Hang on. There might be an emergency. Do I just have a mute scene? I don't. Okay, hang on one sec. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I rent my house to a buddy of mine for the mortgage, which that was a mistake. Yeah, don't ever do that if you might lose your job. I was worried he was having some flooding and I might have to go deal with it, but I don't. Whatever that noise is, Pud does not like it. Yeah, I guess I have a break scene. I just didn't think about it. I could have just muted the mic and then gone to the break scene, and that would have been something. But yeah, no flooding. Alright. Yeah, whew. If you are nice and you know, rent something out for the mortgage, that still counts as income. That does not get canceled out. So all that does is it makes it really, really, really difficult for you to qualify for any assistance, while also not having enough money to survive. If I wasn't staying with Heidi, who was covering things temporarily, I would either, I guess, kill myself, or be homeless, and attempt to sell. But I would lose the building. They would foreclose if I missed on mortgage, so it would be fine for him, and I would just lose everything I'd spent on it. Fun times. A lot of fun times there. A lot of fun times there. You would not think being not a dickhead as a landlord would be potentially that damaging, but what do you know? Always some way to fuck you.
Not to say the landlords don't deserve it. Millmousse, maybe. Thank you for putting another one in there. Maybe. It comes up here, and then maybe it'll come down there. Maybe it'll shoot down. We got it coming for a couple of days, though. We got a flood warning for like the next 2 or 3 days because they're worried the ground's frozen and the drains will fill with snow and then not drain, and it'll come into our basement. Yeah, negativity on this aside, I still massively would prefer this dumb shit or some other annoying shit on a title screen level over like some tedious dumb shit like what we were seeing. But that said, still, at the very least, do more than just a minor changes to a title screen level. That's not really... not great. Don't be bad as a person. Yeah, don't be bad as a person. And if you are gonna rework a title screen level, at the very least, consider changing some of the styling so that it doesn't immediately scream title screen level as obviously as this. Like, it's so lazy to not try a little bit harder. It looks like these other ones are actual levels, probably. Yeah, so maybe that was just... it's weird. That's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to do. All right, X3L. Supposed to get like 1 inch of rain. Oh, I think esports. I think we're getting a lot. I don't recall seeing a number. No, you're not going to tell me? We're supposed to get a lot, though. Not going to keep Googling it. It was your first level. That was your first level? But it was the most recent upload? There's a little in-game tutorial on level making here. The little bird. That's really useful if maybe you're borrowing somebody else's account. That can give you lots and lots of information on making levels. It's kind of like a little guided tutorial thing. It's nice. It's pretty useful. Playing levels can be really helpful, but just in general, if you're going to go... there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking the title screen levels and turning them into other levels and working on them. That's what they're provided for. That's why you're allowed to upload them. But if you make basically no changes but turning on a clear condition, that's not really a fun experience. It is. It's honestly, Barnstorma, it's at least worth going through one time until you get to like the sniper thwomp joke where the fucking bird is being a dickhead. And they tell you very clearly not to put thwomps off screen, and then no one ever listened. Okay. Barnstorm, Home Alone. Hey, isn't that the movie with the president in it? Yeah, I don't know where the rain, how you convert inches of snow to inches of rain either, but it's been raining for a while. Well, wouldn't it be? I don't know how they measure it, because I feel like you get a whole lot more rain if you were trying to just measure water on the ground, if the ground is frozen. What did you guys do to the green screen? Why is there so much crap in my face? Oh, that's the overlay. That's why. The overlay has a little corner on it, it looks like. Boom. Yeah, that's why. That's why it was on my face. Okay, President song. I'm assuming they measure the inch by like a cup that measures how much rain goes into it. Certain size vessel. Oh my god. Comments are going off. Too much. Oh. So V1 of the first section. Okay. My Switch is a little quiet. There we go. A little louder with the rain noise. Oh yeah, we've been really lucky for like the last year. We haven't had one in a while, but occasionally the rain gets so loud that it drowns me out in the microphone and I can't hear anything or hear myself think. Because my roof is like nothing over here in my little office. Oh, I remember getting stuck there. I had some problems there. That little coin gets me to jump right where that weird transition was, wasn't it? On of snow per 1 inch of rain is dependent on the other weathers. That did not clarify it for me, but thank you. Yeah, I don't know if they measure an inch of rain and an inch of snow differently. And I don't know if, oh, hot dog, you're right in the way, little buddy. He literally stood up, like, right in front of Luigi's face. Yeah, I don't know how much of that... Oh my god, I hate you. That was on purpose? Oh, I hate you. Let me get this one adjusted so that we can see the dog. Right, little buddy? Don't you want to get rotated? He can see. Pretty sure he doesn't want to. Aww. He's okay with it. He accepts it. I removed a floor tile by the thwomp to force a wall hug. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where my issues were, but it definitely felt smoother this time, but some of that might be me doing it less dumb this time. And not realizing it. But it flows real good. It feels good. Yeah, I remember there was something that felt like it was really just sucking the momentum off me that not been a problem this time. Oh my god. Temp and precipitation types in the storm, like 10 inches of snow. Yeah, that's what I mean, is that, like, yeah, snow is... There's a lot of air and snow piling up versus rain. I would assume they wouldn't measure the rain by, like, how high off the ground it is, because that would be dependent on all kinds of factors, like if the ground can absorb water and blah blah. So they probably just have like a vessel, like a cup, like a meteorological cup that holds water, and then however high the water gets during the rain is how many inches of... So I would assume it's some arbitrary, like, volumetric measurement. But I don't know. But I also have no sense of, like, how many inches of rain is flooding or whatever either. I don't have to care about the rain very much. Oh my god. That's also really mean. I thought the icicle was the troll, that if you jump like a tiny bit too early, you're gonna hit the icicle. But then also the Kaizo block was really mean. Time we got like 2 inches of rain, you were very thankful you're not getting snow. Yeah, we got a bunch of snow, and then I got sick, and I did not shovel it at all, and I felt kind of bad. It's not, we're in like a little cul-de-sac. Not too many people have to really walk in there. But I still feel bad, you know. It's annoying if you're walking your dog. And then the rain cleared all of it away, so now I don't have to do makeup shoveling, which is nice. Okay, thank god it wasn't a weird thing. Icicle's not a troll, it's just an icicle. Yeah, I felt like it was lined up perfectly to make me sad the first time. Oops, missed it. Yeah, I don't check the fucking dipshit president's knockoff Twitter or whatever. But I was pretty keyed into the thing yesterday in Minneapolis. The murder. And I thought it was really weird that there was a midday at some point. We started to see removals all over different platforms, but even on Blue Sky, but on Reddit and stuff of videos of the behind shot, and a lot more people focusing, especially in conservative communities, of the really shitty video facing forward that people have used to advance the idea that the guy actually got hit by the car, even though he was filmed running towards the car moments later. Madness. But I just saw a little bit ago, I was looking at the timestamps and saw that, and I was thinking about it because Trump was in Pocket Home Alone. The Home Alone guy here, Mr. Trump, tweeted out a video of the forward-facing thing at around noon yesterday, and that was probably why the dialogue started to shift at that point. That whole thing has just been absolutely crazy. There we go. Zach, thanks for dropping something in there. How you doing tonight? Yeah, he wasn't in front. No, the really low-quality Ooh, those are smooth. The really low-quality video is just an attempt to muddy the discourse. There's so much excellent video from the other two sides. I've seen people discussing... are we just waiting for the snowball? There we go. I don't think you needed to knock the floor out, but that's fine. That's fine. I was gonna be real sad if there was something mean in there. Paint cans. DG, yeah, good stuff. Flows really, really well. I had a good time with that. Movie is forever tainted by having the president in it. Ooh, yeah, I'm doing okay. A little bit of a sore throat still. Setting the trap. So are there more Home Alone ones? Oh, that's probably just the name of the song, huh?
Hello. It's still not flooded.
Good. That's good. Yeah, we don't have a sump pump. We have a bad drain. That's it.
And squeeze.
Yeah, and squeegees. That's the song title. That makes sense. Yeah, it was crazy to see. You've been able to see maybe 10 years ago you would see image board stuff. It maybe worm its way into like Twitter provocateurs, and then maybe right-wing conservative podcasts, and then maybe hand you what? It would have been funnier if you did it with your hands still there, but that's fine.
Oops.
Could have pretended. Look, she's in the... You can see her in the thermal camera. You would see, like, image board crazy alt-right stuff once in a while work its way into mainstream discourse, and then with the Q stuff, it started to go a little bit faster, and I would start to see, like, conservatives I knew who were not very online, JPEG, start talking about stuff only a few days after it started being, like, a line on the, on image boards. What was really crazy was yesterday, everything followed the president and the DHS. Like, the craziness there, the craziness of, like, the right-wing people and Twitter people and that kind of stuff, was all over the place until the president posted that picture and everything, or the video, and everyone circled behind that specific narrative, and it was just baffling. It was just baffling and pretty goddamn terrifying. That is where we are at. That the monkey's paw curled on. Please don't let image boards continue to guide U.S. politics. Like, yeah, they're not relevant anymore. You got your wish. Last attempt. I mean, it looks like a level with an idea that's horrible, but less horrible. Okay. Yeah, this is closer. In general, I think mixing, like, precision with extremely, not precise, but, like, extremely finicky stuff, like speed running stuff, corner clippy stuff, that kind of thing. High intensity stuff. Oh, there we go. Is pretty bad, but you can get away with a lot in a short level. You can get away with a lot in a 10 or 20 second long level. And this is at least, this feels like actual player agency, not a skill check plus a patience. A little bit of a patience check. Barnstorma, thanks for dropping something in there. Less horrible, sounds like some amount of progress, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if your goal is to make something really awful, this is good awful. Oh! This is much better awful. This is other flavors in the burrito, other than bean. I like refried beans. Oops. I like more than that. Do you, wait a sec, do you get P-Speed while ducking on under... Oh. Did I get P-Speed while ducking because I was pushed by a spring? That's crazy. That feels like something you could build, that you could do something with. Yeah, I did. Esports. Oh. Oh, that one was a little tough to read. Yeah, a little tough to read, but I see the arrows there. Yeah, we did it right. Aw. Yeah, this is cool. But what really blew me away with all that yesterday was how quickly conservatives I knew, even looking at all the videos directly, circled up around that same leadership talking point. Very, very quickly. And circled up around, oh, well, you should have just listened to the cops. Just depressing. Just fucking depressing. There we go. Oops. That's a duck. Well, like ultra precision stuff, I won't generally have a lot of fun with, but I do recognize that there's a niche for that. I like precision platforming with stuff like Celeste and Meat Boy and The End Is Nigh. But with how slow death is in Mario Maker, it really tanks my enjoyment of oh, I'm an idiot. Thanks my enjoyment of Kaizo and high precision stuff. The kind of thing where you have to die a lot because of how friggin' long death takes in Mario Maker. Oops, that's because I am still holding left. Yeah, I need to just hold down. Oh yeah, I just need to let off of oh. Looks like it's gonna be tight. Yeah, I think it comes back to like only up versus baby steps. But there is a difference. There are people who enjoyed only up. There are people who ran it and played it a lot. Lots of people enjoyed watching it, but it was not good. It was an assemblage of stock assets put together by an asshole as probably a learning project. That got lucky, and any asshole picking up Godot or Unreal or Unity could shit out a project just like that and do a better job. Yeah. Oops. Oh, we're fine. I can maintain... No, probably not. Where stuff like, oops. Getting over it, baby steps, I know there are other good examples. I can't think of them. But other Fodian things that are created to be anxiety-inducing and frustrating in a meditative way are very different experiences from things that are just designed to be frustrating and difficult. Also why I hate the rage game moniker as a whole too, like the content game concept versus like, no, these are very difficult games versus no, this is a content game, this is for people to like stream. This game's meant to make you mad versus this game is meant to be so difficult that it might make you mad. Fuck you! Oh. What a nasty, nasty, nasty way to end that. Oh, I can just run across it. I was really worried I wouldn't be able to just run across it. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Oops. Yeah, I was worried I was going to have to jump over. I thought that because of the ice physics, I wouldn't be able to build up enough speed to run over them. I went immediately to... In Super Mario World, you can always cross over one tile gaps as long as you're holding jump. And that's immediately where my mind went. It's like, oh shit, I'm not holding jump. I'm not going to be able to cross them. Yeah, getting P-Speed. Getting P-Speed with those springs feels like something you could do something really funny with. Yeah, it's weird. I didn't know that was a thing. It felt like that jump must be built off expecting P-Speed there. But it seems like it's guaranteed, so you probably don't have... It probably just kind of happens. Oops. But that makes me wonder if you could, like... If you could bring springs up on a player, and then drop them back down, you could create a situation... Oh, I wish there was a spike right here. I think that would help. Make it easier for the player to die. Or a prop plan if you want to stay on theme. Oops. Probably will cost me, but I'm still gonna run it. Ow. If you could bring springs up and like charge up P-Speed like that in a really small area. You can't really move sideways springs easily. Yeah, so it's not something you'd be able to like set up real easily or move springs to create P-Speed where you wouldn't otherwise have it. But it still makes me wonder like what crazy things you might be able to do with that. Oops, I keep forgetting to duck as I bump into that one. Oops. Yeah, holding left again. I'll roll my finger over the left when I'm bouncing up the spring there, and not realize it until it's ruining me doing it right. wonder if it probably doesn't even affect the slide. No, it doesn't seem like it does. So it probably doesn't affect me at all until I'm in midair. Oh. Yeah, this feels like agency. Although this is difficult, and doing it over and over again is definitely something that some people would consider pretty tedious. This feels like deaths are my fault. I am making a mistake when I die. Versus a level built on a bunch of RNG stuff where the entire goal is not for it to feel like the player has any agency, it seems like. Ow. Or just a really tedious experience with a bunch of dumb minigames. Where it feels like all I'm doing is basically flipping the switch as fast as I can to see if I do it 100 times before the hammer drops. Which doesn't feel so much like player agency as it does like flipping a really annoying coin. Somebody brought something the other day that was like they were trying to do a getting over it style thing, but like as a bean burrito. But it was just this really obnoxious climb in an also almost completely empty and boring level. Oh, I'm behind, aren't I? Oh man, I'm really happy the timer there wasn't too tight. I was worried we were gonna start seeing that once we got closer. Was that little mistakes were gonna cost us too? Because that would have been like the last criteria for, oh man, you shit the bed there. But yeah, the record is 17 seconds, so there's tons of extra space in the time too, which also makes a level like that much more interesting to people who are speedrunning to want to go back and shave time off. But no, I'm not gonna. That was hard. That was good though. It was generally pretty satisfying. Sometimes with really high difficulty stuff, I'll be critical if the first thing is time consuming without any player action, or if the first jump is really, really difficult. But especially in the case of like what the theme was here, this first jump was pretty smooth and simple once we actually started doing it correctly. Yeah. I think also really, really helps every time you have to restart. Yeah. Yeah, getting the right thing at the beginning where you get something like you kind of jump and slide under, and then you get in the right position to kind of send off the rest of it there. Something that's satisfied. That's not a tight timer. Glad it wasn't. Something that's satisfying in that way right at the beginning makes it really, really easy to deal with how friggin' awful dying is in Mario Maker. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Now we have Millmousse again, who I assume is not on the same redemption arc. V4G, R3G. Defense, thanks for another one. Oh. Remake of a Mario Maker 1 puzzle with a nerf. Find the feet. Find whose feet? Everything's coming up. Oh. We left that last one pretty fast. Noisy. Okay. Murdery. Oh, you can go through the door with that. Okay. Then we have up throw. But it does not get me that key. Esports. Esports. But if I had just killed that guy, I could do that. Okay. I think this works, doesn't it? Yeah. Oops. If I put it under there, then I can go under it too. Illusion is the key. Uh-oh. Well, with the puzzle, you don't want to give too many hints right out the gate, because you want, you know, the player to have to solve it. But just from a playability perspective, you could widen this gap probably, right? So that it was easier to not do that. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, maybe there's a reason not to do that. Maybe I need to run under there at some point. Let's see. God damn it. Okay, let's fiddle with this a little bit. Yeah, that'll let me through there. But I don't know if that's early or not. Okay, maybe that is early and that's the D cheese. Pretty large. What he said? That's the key. This is spikes. I don't see any switch that I can flip. I don't see any feet that I can tickle. The claw up there. Okay, there's an on-off switch off screen. That's a choice. That's a choice that was made. My God. Why does your puzzle include what appears to be a Kaizo block? And see now, because of the previous level that you submitted, I assume you're an idiot. And that if this was somebody who makes a lot of puzzle levels, I would assume, okay, this is D-cheese stuff, that's not the right solution. But I'm not sure if I was supposed to solve it that way and if I should go back and try doing that, or if that was all D-cheese to keep me from doing what I was doing. But I do think one way or the other you probably want that to be clear. I don't see another way to proceed. That kills me. How did I flip the switch before? Gotta finish this coffee. So I can have cough drops then. Yeah. Oops, forgot to update that. I'm very dumb with Prime. I think Prime 4 is the worst first-person shooter I've ever played. And one of the most disappointing games I've ever played. There we go. Awkward placing. You don't know? Then Kappa. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to sail very differently through here? Yeah, maybe that's... Oh, no. No. This kind of feels like you got trolls in your puzzle. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it's hard to tell. In general, you want to make sure that the player in a puzzle level knows what they're doing is wrong. Yeah, he's cute. Oh, it's screwed in there. Feet were visible. Oh, that's not something I can do anything with. It says find the feet, not hide the feet. But also, for endless players who can't see the description. Yeah, he's just like that. I mean, I wish it was easier to see more of them in the overhead cam, but they just isn't the resolution to see how dumb his face is. But you can go post it in the Discord. Sports. Yeah, puzzle level, I feel like you really want to make sure. If it's killing you, you are wrong. Look at the world record. Can we do anything with these? I don't think we can do anything with these, right? Yeah. Goodbye. It feels like we're missing some context or information that would be useful. But I'm not saying you need to give that to me. I'm saying that I feel that the level should be giving me more. Oh no, I can't get up there with this. Can't do anything with the 1-up? Yeah, I can't do anything with the 1-up. We have very few interactive elements. We have this, we have munchers, and we have a key with a door over there. We can go back in the door. We haven't tried respawning the room at any point. But that doesn't give me anything to work with. I can probably kick this over there. And then I might be able to do a bigger jump from here to get up that way. Off of a time jump on there, but that also feels like an inappropriate thing for a puzzle level. Ow. I always remember puzzle level that somebody brought me years ago, where the entire puzzle was you needed to know ahead of time that clown car could suck you through a one-way, and that was the puzzle also. Is if you knew that, you instantly knew how to solve it. And then they insisted it was a great puzzle, and that not providing that information, just expecting you to have esoteric secret knowledge, was a good puzzle. And that somebody else liked it, which meant it was good. Could put this here and jump off it, but no, I think we know that there's blocks the whole way through there. Got nothing else we can do. I see these blocks here, but I don't see anything we can do with these, so all I can be left to assume is that this is a dev exit, or maybe we should look at the viewer, or some bullshit. Oh, does anything change in this shaft after? Aw. Oh, he comes back, doesn't he? He doesn't get spawn blocked? Yeah, he he comes back. That's what I thought I would do, is maybe I would go look in his shaft. Look in his hole. No way for us to run along the clouds on the top there. Oops. Boy, I sure hope it's not that, because that is finicky. No, they're in there the whole way. Is the whole thing just filled with them? Yeah, it is. It is. So it's not something to do with kicking something into those munchers either, pushing the spring up there, or some other interaction there. I guess we could flip the switch again, but I don't see what that would possibly do for me either. Well, we can go back in the door, which makes me think. There has to be a reason for that, otherwise why wouldn't it just be a one-way door? Which just getting the screens lock set up. Yeah, we can flip the switch again, but we can't really do anything with that. It ding-dongs, but we die. Is there a secret door up there? Because that's not a puzzle. Oh. The trust really gets ruined when you make RNG levels and you make puzzles. Because I can't trust that this follows any reasonable tropes of a puzzle level. I'm just stuck over here assuming the answer's gonna be stupid. Let's try it with the switch in this state. I don't think we did that last time. It's not a door. I don't hear anything. Yeah, I don't hear click noises. Not a pipe under me, although I don't know how it would be. Not left. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're providing the player enough information. The clear rate on this, 44 likes. Can't get this up there either. I don't think it would make a noise even if I could, though. You know, we might be able to get another spring over there, and we might be able to bounce off of that spring on that spring, but that feels like a lot of precision for a puzzle. Let's pull up the viewer here. Take a little peek. Hopefully it's working. Hopefully, well, it was older, right? Yeah, it's from 2020. That's why it has 44 likes. Okay. Let me pull this up so we can look at it. So the ding back here was of no value because this is just a deathlock. Just an advancing deathlock. Hmm. This is fake, and this whole thing is filled with bullshit. One up in there. There. B to A, and that's just for your thumbnail. Okay. So all that's fake, which means we need to bring the spring over here and go in the C door, and then we win. So this isn't really a puzzle. We were supposed to force ourselves through here, I guess. Is that the puzzle? Is the puzzle that you were supposed to use a glitch to force your way through? Comments on. Maybe somebody spells it out here. Yeah. DripyTripp, how you doing? Drippy Tippy. Let's drop another one in there. Those are not helpful comments. So let's see. I don't know if I can get the big spring up there. If I can get this spring up there. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. I think I have an idea here. Yeah, this doesn't seem so much like a puzzle as much as it seems like... I do this. I wanted a lower one. I wanted one lower to use to jump off of there, but maybe not that low. So what's the actual solution to the puzzle here? Millmousse. Because I'm starting to suspect this isn't a puzzle at all. I feel like I need to look at the viewer here, because there's got to just be something to kick that block, right? Kick those blocks down here. Comments are not helpful. Invisible block? Is that what that is? Yeah, there's an invisible block underneath each of the blasters as well. But yeah, the B and C door fake out thing there especially makes me feel like this was not intended to be solved. This was intended to be annoying. Yeah, I don't think a red herring, maybe you never go there. I don't think a red herring makes a good puzzle level either. The puzzle is, how do you eat this food? Here's 800 pieces of metal. Only 2 are utensils. No, these don't have sideways touches either. Yeah, at least this doesn't push you on the side. Yeah, that's Mario World. Using my head again. So that's not... I wasn't going to use that to force my way in there either. Yeah, tell me the actual solution, or you're banned. That's where we're going with this. I don't think the purpose of this was to be a puzzle level. I think the purpose of this is to pretend to be a puzzle level. With some absurd little solution that we're not supposed to find. But I'm also not seeing it on the view. And no, that won't drop through there either. I don't think this will interact, yeah, in any meaningful way. No matter what we do with that. I'll poof those. So you got about 15 seconds. Do 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 do. Oh, we even have a button actually. Hang on. Oh, there it is. It was well hidden in there. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a puzzle level at all. P-switch up there. Alright. By Molemousse. So then it's just interacting with the P-switch and yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, a puzzle level is not red herrings and secret. Oh, I guess we don't actually need to test the whole thing here. We just need to do this. Oh, and there's some other stupid additional thing there. Yeah. Oh, you know what it was? You know what it probably is? It's probably hanging off of the block. Yeah, it's hanging off of the block. Nope, we still need to be able to get back in there. Yeah, the other door is still fake. Yeah. Yeah, speak of the devil. Yeah, well, I told him to tell me the solution. Oh, I forgot to go back to the gameplay. Oops. I told him to tell me the solutionary is banned, and then he ignored me. After the little esoteric hints. But yeah, just not fun. Not fun. I really don't like... I'm pretty sure the whole thing was puzzle level to waste time. That it was a fake puzzle level, which is unfun. But there was an opportunity to explain what the goal was there, but they did not want to. They, again, just wanted to waste time, which I don't want to engage with. Zach, let's see what you got here. D3, MWT, JSF. Yeah, there might... It's either some glitch or a couple of little... fringe knowledge things that you have to put together to get it to work. The fake outdoor is already, that's not a puzzle level. You're building a whole fake environment of sadness for no reason. That's just designed to mislead the person until they discover, oh, okay, well then wait, now what am I doing? And then you, I guess, start monkeying around. But yeah, I think, yeah, we would have had, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what it is now. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but it's not worth the energy to go back and get it. JC3, MWT, JSF. All right, let's take a peek here. Wild Winter Wonderland now. Don't press B. Twister seems attached to you. Control the chaos and press on. Okay. Demo room. Cute. Sports. Oh. Oh yeah, it's on a mole. It's on a mole. God, I hate Hammer Bros. Don't like... Do you like don't leave ground puzzles? Maybe. I have a sneaking suspicion you and the other dude had similar design goals. I don't like puzzles that look like the one that we just looked at. Sometimes I struggle with puzzles in Mario Maker, especially because it's hard for me to separate the platforming from the puzzle elements. So like Sir Schleck does really amazing puzzles, but they often just exceed my capacity to sort out because I can't really separate myself from the Mario Maker of it. Oh, come here, Mole. But in general, I like puzzle levels. I was a little worried the Blowy Joey setup was going to end up feeling really tight with the auto scroll, but it actually is moving at a really good speed that we're often right at the very edge of it, but it pretty much always lets us get caught up and get out of there without feeling like it's going too slow, which is nice. Ow. Try Mr. Red Coin up there. Yeah, that all worked surprisingly well. I do really like the don't leave the ground stuff that the single player level setup where where the actual puzzle was literally don't leave the ground, and sorting out how to work your way through the level without falling for any of the little pitfalls that would move your feet. And I feel like that's a severely underutilized thing. Oop. And glue does not stick to these. Like, I feel like that's a very cool use for the don't leave the ground mechanic that we just flat out do not see it get used. Yep. Good at Mario Maker. Oh. Cloud is surprisingly squirrely with the Blowy Joey. Keep missing it. I'll probably switch over to the stick for the Cloud. Ow. Okay. I'm pretty surprised that the Blowy Joey doesn't blow Lackington. Yeah, Lactors are weird. I'm surprised it doesn't just blow the Cloud in general. But you'd think it would blow the cloud and it would blow Lakitu. If it blows me, it should blow a friggin'... Uh-oh, that is wrong. It should blow a friggin' turtle in a cloud. Is there really a power-up check? No, that was a wiggly icicle. It was going to break. I'm dumb. That was a regular icicle that was just going to break if I didn't run into it like an idiot. Yeah, I don't like banning people just for making bad levels, but I really don't want to engage with people who are making things that are just to waste time, and then when it gets to the point of like that type of thing where it seems like they were probably getting off on it a little bit, like, ha ha ha, he's playing the fake puzzle for 20 minutes, like, yep, good job. You wasted 20 minutes. I get really sad thinking about the cloud. Oh. Thinking about like the 0 viewer level streamer out there who I'll play anything, yeah, just drop it in there. And then they just sit there and they suffer for like an hour. And then that person just bails. Because I assume that's what you do when you're that kind of shitbird, is that after somebody like suffers for an hour, you just move on. And get your rocks off and then you find another one. Okay, there we go. Have the mushroom. Have the hat. Had the hat. There we go. That was wrong. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. There we go. Yeah, I could just come over here and scroll it up. Okay. Okay. I wonder what this is for. Maybe if I'm low on time there with the thought? Ah. This is a pretty cute boss. This is a pretty funny use for on-off blocks. Oh, if people miss red coins and want to go back. Okay, that's cute. That's a nice thought. Ow. I did miss several red coins. I just assumed they were optional. And I continued. This feels like it's meant to be like a camera challenge type thing. Yeah, I don't quite understand what's going on with the little separator there and the different choices. Hot dog is being very cute. Oops. Fuck off. Oh. Yeah, surprisingly more difficult than I would have thought. For a pretty simple arena. One thing that might help is maybe homing bullet bills instead of Bowser fire, so you could still kill them. Maniator, how you doing tonight? Sports. Oh my god. I'm trying to get the blooper to come down. Leave me alone, Monty Mole. Oh. There we go. Blooper's a little hard to manipulate with the fire going. Any other things for dropping something in there? 10 MMC. Oh, is this one of the 10 MMC levels? And I didn't, Yeah, I've looked at a couple of the 10 MMC levels. I've been grabbing them when I needed a cooldown, or oh yeah, there it is. Oh yep, well, it was pretty far down. We wouldn't have gotten there for a little bit. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. Wasn't too long, which is nice. One of them, I think it was it 9 MMC that they were all crazy long? So far, the 10 MMC levels haven't been too bad. One of them pissed me off a little bit. One of them seemed misguided. Which one was it? Oh, Crystal Crushers. Crystal Crushers was balls. But the rest of them, I think, were okay so far. Oh, the Metroid Dread one, I struggled with a little bit. Yeah, good stuff though, fun stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff, Mr. Divine. Yeah, I'm glad the MMC stuff is still going. I've been slowly working my way backwards through the stuff too. After, I think we did 10 MMC, and then I was like, wait, these are great. I should have always been doing these. I am glad they're still going. A0P. You ever tried a cold fist? I mean, no, they're always pretty hot. I think cold foot would be the opposite. Maker code submitted by Barnstorm. Who's this Barnstorm? Oh yeah, this was that puzzle maker that you mentioned, right? Made a bunch of stuff. Just pick a short puzzle one. These have a lot of likes. How do you know if a puzzle level is short? A lot of plays. Oh, I liked one of them. Let's see here. Played Orange Box Puzzle and liked it. World record will be short. Really like, oh here, SMB1. Tiny puzzle, but it's backwards. Let's look at that. SMB1 probably has the least things we can interact with. Oh. I should have looked. World record is 13 seconds. That's probably short, right? Huh. He turned... Oh! Is that the whole puzzle? That he turns around when you run into him? And then we can kill him? Oh, that doesn't kill... Wait, does this kill him? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I was gonna try to kick it off the stage. Does that kill him? No. Okay. Backwards. I feel like getting hit by him is part of it. It's got to be a part of it, right? It's a troll a Mario. Getting him backwards is got to be part of it. Wait till I'm dumb. Wait till I'm ready. Let me sort it out. Let me sort it out. Don't just solve it for me. I'll ask if I need help. Oh, yeah, well, the backseating is generally fine. With the puzzle, it's like, you know, then I don't get to do the puzzle. I'm gonna try and get him in the heart there. There we go. I think that's what it was. I don't think that's cheese because I can't see anything else working. I wasn't sure if he'd go high enough, but he bounces high off the on-off switch. Yeah, good stuff. A cute little puzzle. That was a very easy little puzzle. Can you not slide? Maniator, that is one of my favorite Mario Maker 2 trolls I've ever seen. Yeah, SMB1 was that SMB1 troll level that opened up with telling you to slide and then you just die. Because yeah, you can't slide in SMB1. It's too bad that you didn't suggest that entirely because I might have been like, well, don't tell me the answer, and then, oh wait, hang on. See, now I want to see it. Dude. Okay, see, and then we'll just slide off the top here. Wait, that didn't work. We'll just wait till he flips over again, then we'll slide into him. We'll slide down on him. Oh, he didn't come back. Yeah. Good stuff. This is written backwards. Thank you. Thank you for that description. Alright, defense rests. Let's see what you got. King Chaos, thanks for dropping something in there. QGR. 3Q2. ERG. Turning over a new leaf. On-off mini puzzle. Alright, let's take a peek. Frog. Oh, don't leave the ground. Duh. My ability to not see things. Interesting. My ability to not see clear conditions is very, very strong. Is this a cookie one? Oh, you can't kick up. Can't kick up. Okay, well, we're learning. Oh, interesting. Oh, man. I really like forcing the player to learn like that. Like, forcing the player to see how something works at the beginning like that. I think we're in trouble, right? Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. We're gonna have to use that bomb 3 times. Can I kick it up into there? Let me test with this guy. You, come here. We're gonna do stuff with you. No, he doesn't go up there, so we'll just kick it again and wait for it to go off. Up block. Yeah, it doesn't catch it there either. Okay. I guess we could still flip it up in the same place, just be on the other side of it. Oh. Okay. Oh. Hot dog switching. Hot dog, what was that, little buddy? Are you having a bad dream? He refuses to be awake. You're alive, right? Did you just die? Oh, hang on. I've never seen him not respond when you touch him. Hi. Alive? Are you alive? Hot dog. Are you okay? Oh, okay. You're fine? You're just like this? Yeah, he's fine. He doesn't... I'm sorry, buddy. I've just never seen you be that asleep before. Sorry about that, sudden hot dog torture. I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, I'm sorry. He looks mad. I've never seen a cat be that asleep before. That they don't wake up a little when you start petting them or pulling their eyelids open. You better give him a treat now. I don't know. I feel like he wants to go back to sleep. I'm gonna let him do that. I feel a little bad. He looks so mad at me right now. Look at that face. Dom, how you doing tonight? I did. I was worried he was dead. I was a little worried he died. Usually give him a treat, but if I get the treats, all the other cats will want the treats. And Pud will stop looking like that. We'll try that, but I'll go under it on the second one. A little finicky at the start. So what you do is you get a treat for hot dog. What, really quietly? And you push the treat button to distract the others, but then he'll still want to go for the button. Oh, that's the problem. But he does seem to be awake now. But it's also too far away for him to... We'll see if we can make that work. Maybe I can get him. Hang on. No, see? I heard Pud. Yeah, see? I heard Pud. Okay, this is working. Hot dog has his own little personal treat stash there. And the other ones also got treats. Yeah, Crackers is getting all of them. Pud, they're up there. Go get them. No, I don't have any. Oh, he's trying to get them from me now. Okay, that was sad. Okay, I've literally, in my whole life, I've never seen a cat be that asleep before. Every single cat I've ever had. They wake up a little when you pet them. And they like it. But, like, I've never seen a cat be so asleep that he didn't move when I started pulling his legs. If you keep a bag of treats at your desk in case of dead asleep cat, yeah, maybe. Maybe I need a additional treat supply. Secret treat supply for hot dog. Aw, are you gonna leave now, buddy? Did I wake you all the way up? Are you gonna go in the back? Are you leaving me? Are you going to the other spot? Because you're mad? I think he's mad at me still. Okay, the beginning is a little finicky. I appreciate that it is spelling out what we're doing. Yeah, I can't tell if you want me to get that Bob-omb right here, or if I'm supposed to, if I am supposed to be kicking it up and going under as it goes up, and then kicking it up again from the other side. No, the other spot is... It'd be hard to get one in the other spot. The third on-off? Okay. Third on-off did not seem very doable. Yeah, seems very tight. Very, very tight. Especially for the first thing in a clear condition puzzle level. Wait, hang on. Oops. Looking to see how far we can fly without touching the ground. Because in Mario 3, doesn't landing on stuff reset the P speed? Oh no, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get stuck here anyway. think you can bounce on stuff and then keep your flight. It resets your flight timer. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's probably how we were supposed to do. Am I really hot potato cooking it? Well, I hope he just happens to be in the right place. Yeah, I kind of wish this one just wasn't here, so he could just get it there. Yeah, oh, he leaves. The other thing with the other spot that Hot Dog goes to is, oh, wait a sec. Hang on. Yeah. I have an idea that seems better. Yeah, I think that'll work better. Yeah, I think I'd rather cheese it. Oh, cheese is annoying too. We have to kick him over there first and then slide under. I don't know if that's faster. Yeah, finicky. Yeah, real finicky. Real finicky. Yeah, fight. Yeah, the other spot that he goes to, he doesn't go there for very long usually. He just likes to sit there for a little bit and think. And then he goes and fights the other cats or is mean. Might be a way to make that work. Oh, you're the king of the hill, Hot Dog. He still looks mad at me. Yeah, about as finicky as the other one, though. Yeah, but this, having the first thing be like this, it kind of, the exact opposite of that, that thing I was describing with having the beginning be satisfying, is, when the absolute first thing that I'm doing in a level that's going to be pretty challenging is super annoying to pull off. So not only am I going to have to do it a million times to be consistent, I also am going to dread every single time that I die. Oh, there we go. I didn't. I did. I did. Oh, no, I didn't. That maybe works? Yeah, I guess that works. As long as this one also comes this way. Oh, he does not. No, he needed to go in there and get crushed. Because then, every death is dread, like, oh god, I have to perform the ritual again. And I don't get to do the rest of the level unless I do it successfully. Oh. Makes it drag. No, well, see, yeah, if the first thing is annoying instead of the very last one, then I'm gonna move on versus just almost finish it and then get really mad. But in both cases, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Really messes with the flow of something. I'm trying to figure something out. That's what we're doing there. actually does kind of seem like we're supposed to cook it. Yeah. I don't love. Maybe we're supposed to bring him around. Francisco. Thanks for dropping level in the queue. How you doing tonight? That one I think we're actually cooking. Take another look here. Okay. Maybe we can get it on top of him. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do here. Yeah, maybe we're supposed to get it crushed in between the swamp as he comes back. That would be marginally better. Still awkward. Pretty awkward. Oh. Yeah, do a buzzy. Yeah, the kick, the tail spin and kick thing. Pretty doable with a buzzy beetle. A lot more dangerous with the spike top. Yeah. Yeah, this seems less like a puzzle and more like exploiting things that you can do with the tail, but with a clear condition that makes it really nasty. Makes it really finicky. There might be other ways to force the player into that. Yeah, 1%. Yeah, 1% clear rate. 1% clear rate on a puzzle. Means you're losing a lot of people to the actual challenge rather than to the puzzle. Yeah, there's got to be some way to encourage the player to oh yeah, like okay. For the first one here, you could use bouncers to make it so the player couldn't jump through, but that they could kick the bomb up. So all you would need to do is stick a couple of bouncers, a couple of bumpers like this, and then the player would still have to kick this guy above them without having to tell them they're not allowed to jump. And you might be able to find other things like that in each of the things that lets the player do that without the clear condition. But that isn't even so much the worst part. It's that the maneuverability is very difficult. In general, and if you're trading the clear condition for potential soft locks, you still have kind of a mess. But yeah, it does seem like the clear condition is just kind of holding back the concept and making execution more difficult than it needs to be. Whereas trying to show off how each of these mechanics work would be significantly more entertaining. Like sticking with the bombs and flipping stuff like that was fun, was interesting at first. Organically teaching the players how to do that, like kick and slam shell thing, where you flip the shell and hit it at the same time, is actually pretty cool. That's a fun mechanic to pull off, and will be fun to use. But then for some reason you selected a spike top instead of a buzzy beetle or something that you could do it without it being as dangerous to the player. And the player can't jump over it if they make any mistake at all, so they have to be ready to hit it again instead of you destroying it on its own, or the player being able to stop it and reset it. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways you could work around. You could work on that to make that into something that felt better. Okay, Drippy, let's see what you got here. Oh yeah, that was the super world, right? Yeah, we moved on from the last one because it pissed me off. TFS, BQF. It pissed me off that that you had such a difficult jump so deep into it that was so much more difficult than the rest. Oh good. I was gonna say, yeah, just drop the last stage in there, but you clearly heard. Let's take a peek. Cute one for me next. You mean a good one, right? Oh. Soft and pissed on. Give it a sec. Wait for some contrarian piss fetishes to screech in here. Still have the red rings on the screen. Thanks. Oh. It's just climbing? They started good. Like the first couple, you had an idea that like worked with your game show concept that still played as a level to somebody else. But this is a pretty unfun. Yeah, getting over it. Getting over it, but without any, with just the one obstacle. It's just the tree forever. Yeah, maybe I can do this faster? Hard to say. I think the gap is the same distance on both sides. Can't skip the rope climb. Oh, good. Good. The Xbox. Hey, at least it wasn't, you know, something death. I don't know. I'm tired. It's been a lot of bad levels today. Oh. I don't usually get bummed out by people bringing me bad levels. But then there were so many. Oh. That's how people fall off viewer levels, I think. I climbed the rope. I did it! Yay! Yeah, they're. Boy, that was a ride. I mean, it's not as bad as the one before it, but it's still pretty goddamn bad. You essentially had a short climbing segment followed by an extremely tedious brick breaking segment, and then it was over. Again, I know you're doing something with some game show that you like, but on its own, just as a level, that is a pretty miserable level. Yeah, you didn't have to retain the player in the shaft that they could wall jump too. Yeah. Check my profile for the Super Bro. Yep. Well, we did it. We did it. But yeah, I would say overall, like the earlier levels, they stood up pretty well on their own as just little individual platforming challenges that mostly worked. And the ones that didn't work great had other ones around them that helped. But as we got deeper into it, it seems like you committed harder to the bit, but the bit didn't really work. And even if you like, that's kind of what I was talking about with the fucking like shitty Mr. Beast fucking Squid Games stuff that people would bring, is that like if you're not familiar with the source material, all you're playing is a shitty level. But even if you're familiar with the source material, it's still a shitty level. Nobody's out there like, I want to play a Mr. Beast level and then looking for shitty... Even if somebody was a huge fan of the game show, I'm pretty sure they would not have any fun jumping up a few vines and then breaking a bunch of blocks while jumping up a vine. Like, there has to be a better way for you to encapsulate that experience in a way that is also still fun for the player. And I would definitely try to focus on that. DKY? Cracker's showing off White Patch. Oh yeah, he's got that big belly out. And a Metroid on the head. Where's the green one? The green one fell off my thing. Fell off of my microphone magnets. I don't see it, and I don't want to find it. I don't know where to look. I'm vetoing. You have to repick. What's a different color, Maniator? You have to pick a different color. I have every other color except for green. Purple. Okay, we got purple. Yeah, I'll look for it. I don't know where the hell it went, but I don't see it in my hat box. So I'm concerned that, like, Hot Dog did the thing where he drags it. He drags it off. He drags it far away. I actually have another green one, but it doesn't have a magnet. And I'll be really sad if I put it on my head and it falls off over and over again. We don't usually pick the green one. Sure, it's with the kazoo. Hey, I found the crappy kazoo, but it's not worth your points. Ugh. DMG. I really need to make a little money so I can justify using that stupid... Oh my god. So that I can justify getting that kazoo. Kazoo. Why can't I think of it? Trumpet. Kazoo trumpet. Kazumpet. A trumpet. I hate that I'm like this. I think he's still a little mad at me. Look at this dead boy. Look at this grumpy dead baby. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry about the echo. Oh, no, it isn't echoing. Yeah, I'm not sorry about anything. Fuck you. Fuck your mom. Look at this grumpy little baby. Oh, hot dog. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to find that in the footage for Heidi for later. Because that was crazy. Casey, could you see a little bit of that? Oh yeah, I miss the good kazoo. I want to find the good kazoo. I looked under one of the couches the other day and I didn't find it. Yeah, he's on the warm spot. He's right on the edge of it. He's perfectly locked into the right temperature. Yeah, I literally did the thing where I picked up his arm and dropped it and it fell straight down without him opening his eyes. So I was a little worried he wasn't breathing. Only the hmmmiest of trolls? Version 6 out of 7. Maniator, I feel like it's been a while since we saw something from you, right? Is that just a bad stream timing, or is that a break from Mario Maker? There's two of them up there. Seems like maybe a little break from Mario Maker, huh? Oh my god, I hate myself. I hate when I do that so much. 8P. DKY. DMG. Little break. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I haven't made a level in like 2 years. I was thinking about it, though. See, Steve's been doing stuff again, which makes me think about stuff. But although I like the cryptography stuff, the stuff he's doing isn't actually something I want to play with. Oh my god, hot dog is being too cute. Alright, let's get hmmed. And it's 8. Let me close the queue there. We'll wrap up with the ones that are still in there. Looks mad at me. You okay, hot dog? You just sleepy today? Eight? Yeah, it's 8. 8 p.m. There's 2 more in there, and this is the troll level, so that'll probably take a little while. Probably 9 over there. Probably 7 somewhere else. He's laying so dead. I don't like it. King, we're coming up on you. You'll be next year. Nobody trolled me yet. 5 o'clock somewhere, yeah. I hate that. That's one of those things that I hate. Oh. There's one. That felt like a lot of lead up for almost nothing, but it did work. Oh. Poor Metroid's gonna starve to death. So what's this then? What's up there? Okay, not going back in there. That's what was supposed to happen there. Me ducking under there was me outsmarting the troll. Okay. Okay. Oh. Is there only a trigger for the left one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Esports? I wonder how we skipped him the first couple of times. You might want to put a little bigger gap in there for that. that doesn't feel like an on-purpose troll, but it is pretty funny still. Okay. Oh, you want the player to land there and run through. Yeah, actually. Yeah, you definitely want to put a little bigger gap in there because, yeah, you want the player to land and run through so that they're on course with the ball. I think that was part of the setup there. So yeah, you might want to do that. I don't know why he does. Oh, if we wait, he doesn't come, huh? That's probably what it is. Oh, hot dog. Yeah, he does. He sleeps unlike any other cat I've ever had. Like, he passes out. He melts when he passes out. He is just so happy to be asleep. I am an idiot. I need help. Okay, coffee gone. Cough drop time. Maybe piss time. Oh. Now, little telescope. Yeah, it feels like you want the player in there. So yeah, you probably want to make sure that you have a little more room, like a little more space under the on-off, so that the player is likely to jump and land the way you want them to. Oh. Oh. Oh, I hope my voice is just done being like this soon. There we go. Like shinies? Not usually. No, I was just trying to go on the pipe. Oh, weird momentum stuff. And now I'm dead. Okay. So I guess I want to hold left coming out of there? I think so. There we go. Yeah, I've never seen a cat melt the way that he does. I've never seen a cat appear to be dead that way either. I've never seen a cat in that deep of sleep. Maybe he actually was having a bad dream. Maybe he's actually grateful. Okay, there we go. And he's not mad at me. Maybe he's looking at me with, aw. I'm so tired of back and pipe shit. Oh. I mean, the setup worked. It all worked, and it exploited my desire to hold right and go into the checkpoint. And I really don't like being a person who says things like, that's passé. We're past this. But I do feel like the back and pipe stuff is starting to feel like low-hanging fruit just because of the frequency with which we see it. Okay. But it wasn't a chain of them. It wasn't a big nasty chain of them. Which is nice. I feel like the compulsion to do that, to like chain together a bunch of them is completely unnecessary because it's just the same troll. But that said, low-hanging fruit, you know, fills out the reel. It doesn't hurt anything. Oh, don't get the mushroom? Oh. This seems like an unnecessary punishment. Oh, that doesn't work, huh? Oh, is that the mercy mechanic coming in fast? That's fine. Better than really slow. I feel like that came really fast, but I'd rather have it come in real fast than really slow. Is that why there's two uploaded? Does one have a mercy mechanic and one doesn't, so that you don't have to deal with me yelling at you? Oh god, that's not a real thing, right? People better not do that. Oh. Well, I'm glad there's a mercy. I don't feel like it needs to come that fast, but I would much rather it come way too fast than way too slow. No mushroom. Oh, it's a star now? I'll go back and get it. I'd rather it have come too fast and feel disrespectful than come too slow. I also feel like if you do that, there will be people who will be mad that it came so fast and they will overcommit. Aw. And that's also funny. Wait, can't I just die right there? Hang on. Nope, nope. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, that. Okay, I hate it. I think this is one of those things that only feels like a good idea because I am thinking of it. But a anti-soft lock where everything that you think will be able to kill you, aw, really? Can't kill you or you can't reach it, and then you actually have to figure out a way to kill yourself with the tools that you have. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle to kill yourself. That actually would be kind of great because after you've sorted out, it's not miserable if you wind up back up in there, so even if the level tries to squirrel you into the anti-soft lock multiple times, you really only have to do it once. Once you know the solution, assuming it's easy to execute, it's not that bad. Ooh, esports. Oops. Yeah, I could see that being pretty funny. I could still see it being really frustrating, because nobody wants to spend 8 minutes on a puzzle out of nowhere, like... No, oh, God, that's really easy to fall into. It's easy to die. Yeah, that is kind of the way to do it. Oh, is the square the point where... No, the square just kills you. I thought the square was the point where it would start coming up as an indicator, but I could just jump through it and not have to deal with it. Okay. It is an indicator. And also a Kaizo block. Food. Food fish. Okay, there we go. I should have hit it a bunch of times. One of the door. Is that the end of the level? Don't know what's happening over there. I'm going in this door. Aw. I'm paying the price. Yeah, anti-tail's a little quarter-baked, but honestly I would prefer a completely uncooked anti to an overcooked anti. Yeah, probably something funnier you could do with that. Oh good, I don't have to hold jump there. I figured that was going to happen at some point and I was going to get mad. But nope, the other one covers you. Ah, well, now we get to see what the rest of this is. Okay, so all that was nonsense, and we had gone up there to hit it, would we have just been able to go in the door? I guess let's check. There's probably a block there. Ugh. That thing bouncing into position ends up being a little bit of a speed bump. Oh, no, we can't do anything in here. Yeah, none of that matters. Okay. Oh, hot dog. Oh, hot dog. Seems like I could have grabbed it. It's gonna die right here. I think I hesitated for too long. It's broken before CP2? Okay. See, yeah, it seems like something else is supposed to happen here that I'm not solving for. Yeah, and then we just move on. If you get the key, you should not be able to go in the pipe. Ah. Okay, no, we can still get it. That's good. And then something comes over here. Oh, okay. See ya. Oh, we can go back in that pipe over there. Well, let's check the door first, but I just noticed we can go back in that pipe. Wait, how do I not get the key? Oh, I was getting the key every time, wasn't I? Huh.
Excuse me. I have to piss. Out of my penis?
I'm gonna go and do that really quick, because I really have to. And then I will be back. Here is the bop. Brand new for this version. Well, that'll happen.
There was a brave dragon slayer who was searching for herbs. That was when he ran into a young and fair maid. "Where can I find herbs?" he asked the maid. The maiden did not have to think for long. "If you are looking for herbs, you cannot search in the wilderness. Search everywhere, if you just look hard enough," replied the maid. The dragon slayer thanked the maid. Then he pulled out his sword and killed her. 3 days later, after hours smoking the hashish, the dragon slayer understood everything, respected as the student who hides his parts, for he also is proud of his problems. And then he was in possession of herbs and he was never again afraid. Keep reading and entertain the idea of this wise old saying: the big, juicy lady we call civility consists of various types of the blood and puss of estimations and insights. A young blacksmith once approached a young and fair Gorgon and asked her, "Tell me, my dear Gorgon, how come you are so praised, you who were such a young and fair Gorgon?" "The reason for is that I am not really a young and fair Gorgon," replied the Gorgon. The blacksmith had never before heard such truth put so plain.
I'm back in the jam.
He took it to his heart and took it with him.
Oh, there's a... Oh, I have a 3U server case right in front of my bathroom door that I kicked on the way back because I'm really smart and I put it in a bad place. Oh. Room replaced a terrible room that made no sense, confused the F out of people. Now it's a broken free room with no troll. And a free key that probably breaks things if you get through it with the key. Oh. Maniator, you must have seen it before. I didn't make a button for it yet. But I have this thing here. Let me find it. There it is. when you go through a
Perfect.
pipe, you will note that this black circle slowly spreads out, and then the player exits the pipe and is actionable. Yeah, I mean, we can't get away from it. We can't get away from it. We need door emotes for you guys to just ruin chat with.
I need to
Maybe an
trim
animated
this
door
better.
emote. When we go through the door, you see how Mario already moved a little tiny bit there? And the level started to move a little tiny bit, even though the black circle is not gone yet. That guy knows. Doors are very hard to react to. So wherever possible, if you are expecting the player to react immediately after something happens, don't use a door, use a pipe.
Yeah, I gotta have a button for that, and I gotta cut it a little bit better. I don't know, I just reversed it so it wouldn't be lined up with my head on the same side. But yeah, doors are hard to react to. Especially with the other door on the right that you're intending for me to view. Was I supposed to get deposited here? But it's... Oh, blindfolded run. I missed the blindfolded run. Hang on. I wish I had a blindfold that went on easier than this one. But we'll do it. After I die. And sunglasses on top of the blindfold? Well, I have hot dog sunglasses. Is he gonna crush me? Oh, yep. On bottom, but then I'll be able to see still. Then you might as well just do the fake sunglasses one. I'll give you a free one. I'll give you a freebie for that one. Oh, I didn't even make it to the door? Oh, I'm not making it out of that room. Yep. And that's why the blindfold is not good on pro levels. Hot dog was upside down.
Spaghetti meatballs.
There we go. Now I'm finally cool. I must have just not been holding right for long enough. That's probably what it was. Yeah. Yeah, reaction stuff is always tough a little bit in a troll level because you don't want it to turn into something that just feels like a fucking spaghetti trap. But it might not work if you did like a donut. Oop, okay. But also, maybe if it doesn't work, it just doesn't. It doesn't work. That said, there's probably a way to make the player think they're coming out of the other door and to build a gag off of that. Like, my eye was already settling on the other door before I noticed I was in the top left-hand corner. Rain's getting loud. Let me know if the mic starts picking that up. But at the end of the day, just doing a reaction time thing like that, where you have to react quickly and remember it every time after, is going to make this checkpoint make me real salty. Okay, I must have to jump earlier. I miss my glasses. Now that I'm a glasses person, the sunglasses make me miss my glasses. Oh, yeah, see? And then I spaghetti it. Spaghetti over and over. Oh, there we go. That time everything worked. And then... What? Who was that fish for? And then, The deeper you get, the longer the stretch is, too. The more likely I am to completely forget that every time I die and turn each death into double death. I'm gonna choose to listen. I'm glad I chose to listen. Nope, no shiny. Oh, I thought something would happen when they lumped up over there. There it is. There's something. Oh, Nor. And we're back. Didn't realize the door thing. Gonna rethink. Yeah, there's still probably some setup there to trick the player. But yeah, the way doors work and the fact that you're actionable so much faster than you are with pipes makes, in most cases, your best bet. Yeah, I need a slightly better clip of that. Maybe I will make a short prepared video just for that stupid pipes versus door thing. But in most cases, you're better off with the pipe whenever possible. If a pipe won't work, you can still delay how quickly the player needs to react by doing something like a winged falling platform or a donut block. But if those don't work, then sometimes that just means the troll or whatever setup just isn't gonna work. So am I just supposed to get lined up in the middle? Okay, and then it works. That's cute. Well, and you know, maybe the troll there almost works. Like as I mentioned, when I first got there, my eyes immediately went to the right-hand door. I didn't look in the upper left-hand corner. So it almost worked. So if you could somehow make sure the player is drawn visually to the top right, to the door on the right-hand side, with a sound effect or something in that area, like a block blowing up right as you spawn in that makes them look there. And then you gave them a slightly slower falling platform, so it was easier to react to once you knew it was there, but still the player was likely to be too distracted to notice. You could still delay how long they're falling for. But if you delay it too much, they're just going to look and see it. Used to be a 50-50 by that fish. Accidentally deleted it in this version. Fish. Which fish? Okay. Win. Oh. See, I didn't trust it. And then I survived. Yeah, these clouds are a little suspicious. If you can set it off by, like, maybe stretching out this mushroom platform, so the cautious player might be able to at least do this. Yeah, I don't know. But these made me not want to rush it. These made me want to wait. I don't know if that matters, but I assume that was the correct choice. This is the beginning. That's concerning. Are you telling me to go back in this pipe? I think you are. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Isn't this a different pipe? Oh, come on. I saw it over there. What am I doing here? I do not know what happened up there, and I'm a little confused. Oops. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. The fish in this room after Mystery Fall. Oh, yeah. The fish was not getting me. I assumed it was for if somebody run to the right. But yeah, maybe the thing must have just gotten removed. Oop. And then I held right too much there also. Okay, there we go. Refuse to touch the shiny. What prevents me from just going in the door, though? I think I can just go in the door, right? Yeah, okay. It didn't matter. I guess it didn't matter either way. Weird. How does this pipe work differently? And try going above the door. Oh, fall straight down. Ending's a little goofy, but we got through it. Yeah, okay, yeah. The pieces are coming together. A couple of things that were pretty busted. But that's troll level. That's a troll level in progress. Yeah, there was definitely some stuff to work there. And it was to prevent two completely different soft locks. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like the ending isn't quite there. Like I see the setup playing out, right? I see the setup with the Kameks playing out, but I don't see what decision making is offered to me other than accidentally getting the big mushroom and then having to kill myself. You know how the pipe works. No, I also didn't understand how the pipe works. It feels like there was some complicated setup there that was neat, but didn't pay off because I didn't understand it or have to look at it long enough for it to work. Because when we first started it too, didn't we also... I think we already tried this, right? We tried going in and back out. Oh, am I coming up? I'm coming up, and those fire blasters are covering up another pipe. I'm coming up and getting bounced out? Is that what's happening there, and I'm just not seeing it? Yep, yeah, you wouldn't think I would be that blind, but you can apparently cover half a pipe with half another pipe, and it still works somehow, which is madness, and it's also crazy that I didn't notice it. Oh, wait, was there something covering me up? Is there something covering me up when I come in? No, there's just that spring. Yeah, no, your brain just fills in the rest of it. Yeah, there's some... Does that always work? That doesn't always work, right? I feel like if that was a real thing, we would see that all the time as a way to just block a pipe. I guess we don't need one up here. Would you go in the pipe? Pipe, and you need a spring on the line. Weird. Oh, it has to be an up pipe? So this won't work, but then if there's a spring on there, it will? Madness. Okay, hang on. Boy, putting a pipe there is the absolute worst goddamn way to load into a screen. That is so unbelievably ugly to load in that way. Okay, oops. That's not what we want. Oh wait, we want it one back, right? Get on. Where the hell are springs? There we go.
Here we go.
That is absolute madness. Hang on, hang on. We didn't even need the spring to bounce us. Yeah, there's some things I haven't really touched. Don't worry about it. There are enough people doing stuff with the Koopalings. I don't need to make boss fights. You can use any item. even a transparent item.
Here we go.
Okay, no, it has to be something interactable, it looks like. But even if it's facing the wrong way, I think it has to be able to push you. Yeah, that's still crazy that somehow that creates, that creates a way for the player through something. Like, that's such a weird way to create a one-way that I can't believe we haven't seen it before.
Here we go.
Oh, weird. Did it change because of something I just did there? Maybe it is really specific to a spring, but it still makes me wonder if the spring can be in the wrong direction. Like, is that a spring-specific interaction, or a bounce-specific interaction? Yeah, like a note block? Oh my god, why on earth? Jesus fucking Christ, Nintendo. Yeah, there's some Koopalings we haven't touched yet. You know, we got what we needed with Roy and Lemmy. We haven't needed to touch Morton or Wendy or Iggy or Ludwig, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I kind of wish I really wish the Hammer Bro still had it. I don't even know where the Hammer Bro is. But I wish he still had his exclamation point, because you never really need a Hammer Bro. Okay, no block. Try cannon.
Here we go.
Nope, not no block either. Yeah, it seems like it might be specific to springs. That is still really, really, really weird, though. Especially since it doesn't seem to care if it's a big spring. It's almost like they made an override specifically for springs so that you could always come through a spring. But that overrides the pipe. Oh, wait a sec. Hang on. Hold the fucking phone. How far does that go? You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
You can go through floor as well. What does that mean? That's what I'm wondering, is if it'll override and kill me. You forgot spring. I did forget spring. Oh my god. Luigi, we're going over here. Yeah, that's kind of why I also really want Mario Maker 3, is for nothing else other than... Oh, that's a thing that you can do? But I wonder if I need one on both sides. I can't stick one there. We need broken tracks. We need broken tracks, and we need them now. Look, I don't think this will work, but I'm wondering if it will work and then kill me instantly. No, too bad. I do wonder, though, with what we've seen here, if a broken track and a spring on there would create a situation where you can, if you put floor above, it'll work. Put floor above... Oh, if I put floor above, on the other side here. No pipes. Like this.
Here we go.
Because that's what I'm wondering, if we can get in a situation where it'll lock us into the floor or crush us. Nope, still no. Still don't like. But there might be more there. That's what I'm wondering, if they made a specific exemption for blocking the pipes with springs, that the springs override anything else, or anything else in some cases. And if they do, if we use broken tracks to put a spring in both places, I wonder what crazy stuff we could see, you know? We need a troll magician to take a look at something like that. I'm not going to keep looking at it now. I'm going to get the rest of these wrapped up here in chaos. Let's see what you got. Yeah, people always want beach and volcano. I would love more styles, more specific game styles. And I would like more visual overhaul themes. Like, I would like SMB1 and SMB1 All-Stars, SMB3 and SMB3 All-Stars. Like, that kind of thing would be really cool. And just new mechanics would be really nice. Can you play my most recent? Yes. People kept telling me that I was doing Super Mario Maker 1 overlapping pipes, and I'm lying, and I'm like, nope. Oh, I can if I learn how to type. NYJ 2QP 8DG, not DP. Most recent. Roy's Trippin Tavern. Roy rigs the castle with hidden skewers. Indicators show the way. Let's take a peek. Hey, Pud. Hot dog, are you okay? He just he scared me. He spooked me. That's a pretty nasty way to start. I guess it's fine. Blow, and we were out of there already. So those must be indicators for where they are? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Why are they so slow in the lava? Is there something under there that's hitting? That one didn't seem as slow. Ow. Okay, so I understand the indicators. I'm glad they're there. Learning this whole level without indicators would be very irritating. Yeah. Night, night, sir. Yeah, thanks for popping in, Maniator. Look forward to seeing the final version there. Yeah, what a weird little piece of tech in there. Esports. Sports. I'll be back tomorrow to yell at more Mario Maker. Was a little worried there for a second that that one dude had a cohort of bad level makers after the ban. It was a lot. Then it calmed down. Oops, well, did it to myself. Even really bad levels, I will still try to offer feedback. Like, yeah, you guys see that. That's a thing. But when people's goal is not just to make a bad level, but to make a miserable level, that's only goal is to make the player miserable, there's no feedback to offer there. God, I get hammer blows. I like watching him die. There's no feedback to give. There's no theory crafting a better... Like, I don't want to theory craft away... I'm really dumb. I see the indicators, but I can't help myself. Whole level had a 2-second world record because you didn't black the block and pipe, and the back and pipe went straight to DG and expanded since then. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't notice the back and pipe thing. How that worked. That I was coming up, especially because I noted that the burners looked suspicious, and then I did nothing with that information. Myself. I thought there's a mushroom in the beginning. Or I'd be even more annoyed. I keep thinking it's gonna be on the side. I don't know why I'm like this. Yeah, there's no like, even with like the bad, like shitty Timmy level, I'll still kind of engage a little bit on like, well, you could do a better job at differentiating what you're poking fun at from just participating in what you're poking fun at. And then it's like, well, no, I did garbage on purpose. Okay, that's Timmy level. Get the fuck out of here. Then you're just making Timmy levels. But with the bean burrito stuff, the Kamek stuff, there's no acceptable angle for me because I don't really think there's a reasonable audience for that. I don't think there's a way to engage authentically with content of that quality. Bricks are like a cinematic thing, showing off the skewer's power or something. I mean, okay. Give it a sec. Cute. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad the indicators were pretty clear. We still manage to ignore them sometimes. Oh, God. So far, I don't need to move at all. Oh, and I could do this. Yeah. Continue my safety fall. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, you can get way off the rails here and do something weird. Oops, oops. Oh, well. Used to have many pipe-to-pipe, door-to-door transitions with no trolls. Keep adding in every version. Like the one you played with the... Yeah, I mean, that'll happen. That's how testing works. I'm happy that isn't a conditional power-up. That's always nice. Okay. But yeah, you might want to make sure you keep the player on the rails you want them on here. If you're going to do this long bridge leading up to a boss fight, you might also want to, like, actually make the player move around a little, but I also feel like if I had to move off of the center, I would be much more annoyed with how the setup works. Okay, you're not going to fire again? Thanks, guys. Like, this feels like one of those things where you want to do either bullet bill blaster sending stuff at the player, or the player dodging saw blades. But yeah, if you leave the dead center clear like this, the player's never ever gonna leave the dead center. They're gonna immediately try this and then dodge everything. And then get a fire flower. Maniator, have a good night. Not required to move, why have the blades? Yeah. Yeah, feels like an oversight. I'm guessing it wasn't possible to have the blades come up while having the blasters go down that way. But then you probably want to figure out a way to have more blasters and have different things come out of those other blasters. So the player can stay in the middle, but has to dodge a variety of different things from the middle. Probably. Otherwise, yeah, if you're doing if you want to do just saws, then you just have to have something off track the player can fall on, like winged lift or something like that, where the player can still jump and catch back up to it, or there's probably something else you can do. The boss arena was nice, though. It was a simple boss arena that worked just fine. Wasn't too much going on, but wasn't nothing going on. But it did reward me to just stay in the dead center still, too. But yeah, overall, okay. Overall, pretty good for a castle, for a traditional castle. Oh, man, am I getting tired. I'm still a little bit sick and I'm running out of steam. Overall, a decent experience for like a traditional castle. Pretty solid experience. Ouch. Oh, leg cramp. But yeah, that that vertical elevator just ends up being a stand still and do nothing room. Yeah, which I think undercuts it a little bit. You could get a better castle out of that with just trying to fix that up a little bit. Okay. Sports Francisco. See what you got here. PK 931 WF9 7HG. Yeah, you might be able to do just saws with like a winged platform falling slowly, because you could enter onto a winged platform and those fall pretty slow. I don't know if that falls as slow, but it falls pretty slow. If that doesn't end up feeling good to you, if that's not fun to dodge the saws going up while you're on the platform, you could also have the player going down on a bunch of saws and then have saws coming up that. I think you could still have saws coming up anyway. But if the player was going down on top of saws with a Yoshi, they could bounce on the saws. And also dodge the other saws. Oh, then you just keep bouncing up. No, you'll just keep bouncing up around the saws and you'll mess everything up and then it won't really matter. Then you'll drop down from up high and pass through everything. You could also do other blasters on the side that sent out other things, then they just scrolled away. There's a lot of things you could do with something like that. There's a lot of people who've done elevator things before. Oh, ew, we played this and we didn't finish it. Is this what you want me to do? You want me to look at this again? I feel like I must have given you feedback previously, which you probably didn't care about. Cough drops make my mouth feel really gross, but they make it easier to exist. Francisco, I feel like you made this one level. I don't even remember you played it. Might have been a while back. Is this the one level you made and then you submit it over and over again to everybody? Clear check time of 7 goddamn minutes. Well, it's from 2020, so it might have been a while ago. I don't see me in the list here. Yeah, I don't see me in the list here. It does look like, just from my limited knowledge, that you spent a lot of time giving it to streamers. Oh. That was your most recent level. You made that one, and then you were done. 5 years ago. Ugh. You know what it's time for? It's 2026. It's time to make another level. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I do still have it up. As far as getting over it style levels go, this guy. Tempest Funk makes some unbelievably excellent getting over it style levels that do a really good job. That one's pretty easy, really approachable, but really, really fun. But the thing a lot of people get wrong is the actual platforming of it, and I'm guessing if I didn't like it last time, it was because the platforming of it is really rough. For some reason, in my mind, was in Bill Blasters are the main threat, and the saws are a secondary threat. Yeah, I mean, the saws were not... The saws weren't a threat when we could just stay in the middle. That cut a lot. That made a lot of it a lot easier. Oh, maybe it did fatal stuff? Maybe there's fatal stuff later. To be easier than having to make a recoverable fall. Momentum there. Yeah, if you want to make getting over it style stuff that translates well to Mario Maker, because Mario Maker is not a great engine for that experience. Tempest Funk's creations are a spectacular place to start looking. Was that Snakebot decorative and then also annoying? That was weird. and unnecessary. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think spikes belong at all in a level like this. You don't want to kill the player ever. That's probably why I didn't like it last time. You don't want to kill the player in a getting over style level. You want to force the player back down. You want to create situations where the player tries to grab on and can't hold on. That's kind of the core of the experience that makes it meditative and interesting rather than finicky and punishing. And if you would make the argument like, well, isn't death the same thing? You have to start over? Like, well, yes, but then all Mario Maker levels are getting over at that level, so all you've made then is a precision platformer? Aw. Yeah, I mean, if you like that, well, one, especially for the body style stuff. Oh, it does respawn. Weird. Baby Steps on Steam was really, really great. By Icicles. Was a really, really excellent thing from Potty himself pretty recently. It was a lot of fun. A lot of dicks. A lot of dicks in that game. More dicks than I would have expected. But the other thing that ends up fighting you in Mario Maker with a Fodian experience is the timer. We don't get to enjoy potentially entertaining anxiety of a high climb and a long fall when we also have the ever-looming presence of death pushing us forward because we have to go faster. Because we have to do it within 8 minutes. And based on the clear check time, that makes me think, yeah, we really don't have much time to fall at all. We have to basically do it perfect. So again, what you've done is basically made a bad precision level. All of which I would recommend checking out Potty for. Or checking out Tempest Funk for. Really good examples of how to make these things fit and work within the confines of Mario Maker's engine. Yeah, the people doing it with Win just flat out don't get it. And I include Carl in that group. Carl's Getting Over It level is a shitty level and demonstrates a poor understanding of what people who enjoy those experiences enjoy about them. And I do really like Getting Over It. I've run Getting Over It a good number of times. It's a really fun game for me. I really loved the last thing that Foddy just did, Baby Steps. Really, really, really fun rage game. The moniker people like. Yeah, some people see a game like that and they're like, oh, this is a tough mountain to climb. I could make a shitty mountain to climb too. Not, oh, I bet I could do something that was this satisfying with Mario Maker, but rather, oh, I could do something this annoying with Mario Maker. Yeah, death stands in the way. I'm guessing the timer stands in the way based... Oh, 38-second clear time? Hang on. Hang on. Is there a dev exit that you waited on? Oh my god, is there a dev exit? 38-second feels like there has to be a dev exit. Let's pull up the viewer here. Maybe it just takes a long time for you and somebody did it really fast. Let's take a look at it in the viewer here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the snake block here. It doesn't really bring anything here. It just kind of creates a weird stop for you. Were you thinking ice blocks? No, because then... No, weird. Okay. Sports.
Oh, is that basically the end of it? Okay, well, it wasn't very long. Yeah, at least it's not super long. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why I didn't boo it last time. But I also can see why I didn't like it. I still feel like you don't want death as a threat. I feel like that is absolutely counter to what you're going for in a body and experience. You also don't want the timer to be a threat, but it's not so long that the timer is a threat. That was my concern there too. And for the most part, the finicky platforming kind of works, but these split jumps like this always feel a little cheap versus like something more either timing based, which doesn't really fit the getting over style thing, but fits Mario's platforming a little bit better, or something that's just really unusual and precise, like these edge jumps like this where you have to go around. I think that's a much better type of jump to work with. Let's take a look at one of these Tempest Funk levels here. And then we'll do the last one there. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I'm not gonna pull up that one that I linked you. I'll pull up the deliberately awful level he made for GDQ a couple years back now. Q3X 6th GF. We missed something there. G2P got to P QX3. We dropped a Q. QX3. But yeah, also, if you haven't made a level in 5 years, hey, maybe now's the time. Play a couple of Tempest Funk levels and think, oh, I could do something. I could do something like that. Yeah, Moonsong was great. It was relatively approachable for novices, but it was also absolutely excellent. Yeah, this was the last one he made, too. This fucking GDQ level was deliberately designed to be frustrating. It was meant to be raced by multiple players, and the coins were there to provide a score if players didn't finish. And then he used this green stuff to indicate specific like safety and not safe points, reset points, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna finish it. I'm never gonna finish it. I don't think we finished it last time, right? Let me look. I don't think we ever finished it. No, we didn't finish it. But I think this is a really great one to highlight specifically, because even if your goal is to make something as challenging and frustrating and time-consuming as possible, like even if your goal is to be annoying, you can do so in a way that is a little less unsatisfying. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Green is where we don't want to be. That's what the green indicator is. You don't want to be in green. My last one is a cute, fun level. Want to know your thoughts? You're low-key proud of it. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Aww. And then that forces you to reset the on-off switch, which basically resets your progress back to the beginning. But it does a really great job of creating these little environments where you have a little bit of an opportunity to save yourself before you doom yourself. Oops, oops, oops. Now I have to reset the switch, but I don't go all the way back. Wrong. Oh! Oh. And like, it can be really hard if you put this side by side with a shitty Timmy level with a bunch of dumb shit in it that's just designed to waste your time, or like a bad multiplayer versus level. But a lot of it comes down to like consideration and the actual flow of how you're interacting with it. What feels and doesn't feel fair will vary for everybody. And like, this level's insane. I was unable to complete it when they were testing it, and then even after they nerfed it and I spent a bunch of time on it, I still could not finish it. I do not intend to finish it now because it's horrible. But there are some really, really
really clever little things set up in here to create visual clarity for the player and to create really interesting platforming challenges that are extremely punitive to fail, but still give you some opportunity to recover some of your progress, which I think captures everything that makes a good getting over it style experience work well, not wind and getting pissed off. Oh, shit. I was supposed to land on those coming back up. A lesson learned. Remember the way back to hell. Here we go. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Aww. And that's how the cookie crumbles. And then, of course, it's really easy to get reset all the way back. I do not intend to suffer anymore. I eat we. Thanks for trying, but I'm actually getting ready to wrap up. But I'll be back tomorrow, about 3 hours earlier than now, doing viewer levels again for a couple hours. Let's take a look at this last one here. Low-key proud. It does seem like viewer levels are pushing a little bit later, though, looking at the numbers. So we might have to look at streaming a little later again. I moved earlier because it seemed like people were going earlier, but then Mario Maker just really started to die off. Q82H. But despite some of the bad levels today and me getting a little grumpy, I would prefer viewer levels to having to esports. Carefully curate a bunch of levels that I want to play. Claw game 2. Insert coin to start. 20% clear rate. That sounds like a normal level. Or it's impossible to die. Reach the goal while you have superstar invincibility. Am I going to be controlling the bouncer? Oh, I get it. Okay. See, this is a much better use of claws than what you did with the Goombas. There we go. Okay, so now most of what we're doing here is manipulating claws. But if we fuck it up too much, we will lose progress. I mean, I know you're on a timer, but one thing that would help is put a door over here that goes back to the start. So if the player does accidentally jump early, they can continue that attempt. Oh yeah, the door could drop you right there. Yeah, it would cost you nothing. Even though I probably wouldn't have been able to do it in only 24 seconds. I would have been happy to have the door. Oh yeah, when they're not insanely dense too, the claws are much more satisfying to mess around with and to try and manipulate. Okay, you need to calm down, Claw. I did it last time. Why is it hard now? Why did it get hard the second time? It would actually be pretty funny if the arcade claw game involved the claws just refusing to stop grabbing stuff. What made it work the one time and not the next time? Arcade claw machine grabs your little doll and then just doesn't let go. Comes over to the thing and doesn't let go, and then you push the release button and it does a little tiny bit of wiggling and then it just doesn't let go and you're like, oh. And then the next person is like, oh sweet, it already has a doll, and then they put the coin in thinking they'll get it, Instead, the claw moves back out, right? Moves over the pit, drops the doll back in, and then you go. Then it lets you go again. And then, of course, you grab another doll, and it refuses to drop it. I want to make this claw machine that just repeatedly dumps things back into its pit and refuses to drop stuff. I thought I knew it. I thought we just wanted to get it to drop on the edge, but it seems to get re-grabbed pretty readily. Aw. Does it drop multiple? I don't think it will, no. Do we just wait till it lets go? Till it's calms down? Nope. We just do it when it's on the way back. Oh, come on! Fuck you! It did all the things, and then it just wouldn't let me up. Quick there, didn't we go over there last time? Yeah, we did. We just have to do it right away. God damn it. Gotta get a Yoshi egg, but in the dark? That sounds really horrible. Yeah, dark and upside down are things that just generally make everything worse. You can do a fun upside down level. You can get interesting aesthetics out of no, you can do a fun dark level. You can get interesting aesthetics out of a dark level, but it just requires so much work. There we go. There we go. It just requires so much work to get anything halfway decent out of an upside down level. Yeah, GG. Yeah, that one's decent. I like that last one more. But it, you know, it does what it says on the tin. You get a claw-like experience out of it, and you have to learn how to wiggle it the right way to get it out, which is pretty much what you're doing with the fucking claw game. There's also some weird, impossible to feel precision stuff in there, but I don't think anybody wants more of that. Oh. I guess you're kind of getting that with the way you're trying to edge trigger it there. Yeah, we'll do one of these, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. Yeah, not that bad. Not that bad. Yeah, no, don't do Kamek stuff. Do that stuff. Do those things. It's all about the swing and the release. That's what she said. The only thing you don't want is more of my parkour course. I don't remember them, but maybe not. Thanks a lot for the follow. Yep. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I yell at Mario Maker usually consistently.
Thank you.
I got sick for like a month. Thanks all the holidays. We have a lot of bad ones today. RNG guy and then fake puzzle guy. RNG guy proceeded to become fake puzzle guy, which was really sad. Fake puzzle made me mad. Yeah, hard to make me mad. But I was ready for the solution, and then ignoring that request was very annoying. But that also confirmed that the goal was not to provide me a solution. The goal was to, oh, see what happens when you're like this? Oh, if I had just jumped over him. What is this? What is this lag right at the flagpole? That has to be somebody being a shitball, right? Yikes. Only I just jumped over him. It's impossible. It has to be impossible. Like, is there really anyone playing Mario Maker in 2026 who has a lag switch just to be a pisser? Just to suck piss? I don't think quitting at this time would create that type of lag. So that has to be somebody doing like a low bandwidth toggle or just tapping a lag switch on and off over and over. What a wiener. And the only person I would think... Well, no, anybody who loses might do that. Not necessarily just the guy who wins to be a dickhead. Yeah, weird. Very weird. Gotta hate Mario Makers Online. They could detect that kind of thing and just drop players. Just be like, oh, nope, somebody's lagging, drop them. Oop, somebody... they already won, so we don't have to keep the clients in sync anymore. There's so many things they could do. They don't. Making an elevator where it switches off between dodging the saws and the spikes, but only one at a time? Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds better than standing still in the middle. One more and then I'm gonna wrap. Artist, how you doing tonight? Popping in late. Yeah, it does seem like I keep seeing the numbers go up later in the evening for Mario Maker as well. Which makes me think that might be when there's probably more people looking for viewer levels. Hard to say. I'm sure there's some metrics out there for it too. Like I'm sure there's one of those sites that aggregates when there are active viewers, because that's probably a pretty good indicator of, oh gross, of when there are also active players who want to submit levels. Aww. I wanted to step on him and get it back. Yeah. And that's multiplayer versus. Multiplayer versus. It lags or it doesn't lag and you have a bad time. That is actually a pretty funny multiplayer level. That's a terrible level, but pretty funny multiplayer level. You guys have a good night. I will be back to yell at more Mario Maker in about 20 hours. Bye.